squadron!
All in a day's work for the Squadron Supreme, Earth's mightiest heroes.
We got it locked from your block to the comic shop.
Listen, share, rate, and subscribe to Hip Hop Marvels Podcast, available on all podcast platforms and apps and streaming services. Available on Pandora, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and more.
Yo, this your boy Frank Nick. And there's rules if you want to get in this Marvel Studios. Don't nobody get in this motherfucker. So rule number 1, don't pop your ass up. Don't bring no extra niggas. And you better be ready to write, direct, produce some hot shit, or you will not get in. Marvel Studios, nigga, you know what it is. Frank Nick, let's go.
We got it locked from your block to the comic shop.
Fine. I'll do it myself.
1 2 1 2. Hip Hop Marvels. Marvelous, Marvin Hagler versus Hearns. Whenever Bash take turns on verses, curses on whoever stepping near the bomb epicenter. The inventors of hallways y'all can't enter. So any villain type of step up, he get injured. We pull out pins and link up like the defenders.
The end of your role, playboy, of course you're center the fold. I'm Bobby Drake versus Froze like I invented the code. You can't hold a candle to us with too much, you screw up. The podcast will tell you something good like Rufus. And we don't give 2 fucks with bash your territory. Get the cash and the glory while the grill tells my story.
It's getting gory, the blood, sweat, and tears took us farther. When great minds think alike, combined and onslaught ya. Xavier types that Magneto grip the microphone. Scott Summers stare a human down if I don't like its own. Metal on me like I'm Dr. Doom, peace to Victor Bond. We marvelous on any beat we choose to spit upon. Bash.
It's your boy Dub Floyd, and the place to be, and in the place to be is Dub Floyd. This is Hip Hop Marvels Podcast, your friendly neighborhood plug for all things hip hop and Marvel, where we got it locked from the block to the comic shop. And we're coming at you live from Doc's basement here in Belmont, North Carolina. Free Comic Book Day. It's going down. To the left of me, we have.
You already know it's your boy Jig a.k.a. the Deadpool Elitist. Deadpool everything, baby.
To the right of me, we have.
Yeah, E-Ray, a.k.a. Filmo Thick.
You got a little frog in your throat, man?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
little
sir.
Little froggy in your throat, man.
Yes, sir. Just for the day. Just for the day.
Oh, man. But to the right of me, we have. I'm going to have you do it again.
Yeah.
To the right of me, we have.
We got E-Ray, a.k.a. Filmo Thick.
How you like them?
Slim thick with tapered ankles, baby.
All day. Yeah, man, we coming at you live from Doc's basement, Free Comic Book Day.
Yes, sir.
The ambiance, as you can hear in the background, it's amazing.
It's a lot of people in there. It's really cool.
Yeah. A lot of comic book folks in here. A lot of people collecting action figures and everything you can think of in the whole geek sphere. So
I appreciate you guys gambling on this long ass trip.
Oh man.
Yeah.
2.5 hours.
2.5 hours. Yeah. 2.5 hours. But it's a good drive. It's a good drive, man.
Yeah, it was hip hop the whole way.
Yeah. It was hip hop the whole way, man.
My man took over and
I was DJing. I took over DJing.
I was gonna say who had the aux cord.
Me, DJ Dub Floyd.
Where'd you start?
Let's see. Well, first E started off everything, and then right, E? You started off everything.
Yeah, what was listening to?
He was mostly playing Common.
Okay.
Yeah, I played the new Common Pete Rock.
Yeah, Common Pete Rock record that they have out now. And then what else?
Did the Ghostface and Nas come out?
It did.
Yes.
About that. How did that turn out?
I like it. I've been hearing a lot of mixed reviews. A lot of folks have been saying that they thought they could have came a little harder than what they came, you know what I'm saying? Because it's Nas and these are like the legends, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like it. I'm anticipating it. It's off of I think it's like the first single off of Ghostface album coming up.
Okay, that's my next question. Whose album is it going to be?
Yeah, Ghostface.
Let me see
so yeah. Yeah. So, what'd you say?
The Stain.
Oh.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's off of Ghostface's upcoming album. I'm not sure what it's titled or if he even did title it, but maybe somebody in the chat can help me out.
Right. Somebody said, let's talk about Deadpool. We'll talk about Deadpool.
Oh yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there.
We're gonna talk about everything.
But yeah, so we was listening to a bunch of hip hop. I took over. He started playing Talib Kweli. So that initially, told me to go to Raucous. So we did a whole Raucous run, sound bombing.
So it went themed, understood.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Okay.
We listened to M.
Yeah, we listened to old M. You know what I'm saying? Some old M freestyles. Because, last episode we were talking about M.
Absolutely.
And,
especially listening to that, separate or together. So that's dope that that was able to happen.
Yeah, so we had a good time, man. It was a nice little ride. I mean, the weather was aside from
rain went crazy for a little while. Yeah, sure. Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah, aside from the weather. But other than that, it was good, man. How was your trip down here?
It was fun. As me and my wife, we always like road tripping anyway. She's always my ride out partner. We was just vibing out, and we I don't know what made us decide to put on the Andre 3000 album, but we realized that first track was 12 minutes and 20 seconds at the 2 minute and 43 second mark.
New Blue Sun.
Yeah, we was like, no, we're good. We appreciate your effort, buddy.
I'm surprised y'all didn't hit y'all.
The weather was too bad. It was too
cruise
dreary.
control.
Yeah. So we had to put something more upbeat on.
Yeah, because the Teslas, those are like the self-driving. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you both.
We're in a Cadillac. We don't have it like that.
Yeah, if you in the Tesla, both of you guys be in the back sleep. I mean, New Blue Sun is a dope album.
It truly is. It was fun, but it not for the time that we need.
Right. But yeah, man, we're here. Doc's Basement, Belmont, North Carolina. Free Comic Book Day.
I know you guys hear me talk about Doc a lot.
Yeah,
finally made it
out here, and I must say this place is incredible.
Yeah, the establishment is definitely dope.
Yeah, I know you was digging it because
they got my Macross one.
Yeah, he specialized. Yeah,
the Robotech.
Yeah,
a lot of that.
Yeah, the Robotech. Yeah, so, and for me, I seen a lot. I'm just looking at that X-Men '97 Magneto helmet over there.
You probably end up leaving with it.
Magneto's right. Magneto is right. You know what I'm saying? Magneto is right.
Speedo Magneto. When I read that, I was like, yo.
Yeah, Speedo.
Dub funny as hell for that.
The new nickname. But yeah, man. Please remember to listen, share, rate, and subscribe everywhere you get your podcasts across the board. We're in all DSPs. Please follow us on social media. We're everywhere on social media. That's Instagram. I was about to say Twitter.
Yes, sir.
But X.
Yeah,
X.
Give it to you.
X and what else? Threads. That's at Hip Hop Marvels. Hip Hop Marvels, all one word. Facebook and YouTube. Hit that subscribe button.
Yeah.
Keep up with everything we got going on over here at Hip Hop Marvels and Hip Hop Marvels Podcast. Big shout out to the squad.
Absolutely.
We're gonna get into it later, but needless to say, our group chat
has been
was on fire.
Yes.
For the past few days, there's been a lot of activity.
Right.
In the group chat.
Our group chat has been on fire. And we all know why. Like we were in for a treat last night.
Yeah.
Or all day, really.
I mean, it just kept coming. And then pause. Yeah. Every time you thought it was over, you hit us with another one. And again, we would say quality over quantity, but these guys were just trying to keep each other was asking for.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So yeah, we'll get into that a little later. We're gonna try to do some giveaways later on. And what?
Who you got?
Oh Lord, I told you.
I already said that.
I have no
Drake.
rat.
You got Drake.
I have
Jig.
no rat in the race.
Jig, you got Drake.
If you're asking based on what's going on right now, yes. Drake.
Oh, okay.
Drake is up.
What about you?
I have no rat in the race.
But no, I'm not saying you got a rat in the race. I'm saying who you got. Who you think won?
I don't think Drake won. I think Drake is winning.
Well,
you think he's winning?
I will say I thought up until midnight last night Drake was winning when he dropped his record, and I had no idea that another Kendrick Lamar record was coming. Yeah. That's what I will say.
My whole thing is the fact that they can't headshot him, and it's this many of them means he's winning. If everybody is as strong and as powerful, this boogeyman guy, if you can't headshot this weak guy that everybody's making him out to be, you're weak. If you can't take down the weak guy, what are you?
I don't know, bro.
If you can't beat the weakling, what are you?
You said the weakling.
I don't think he's a weakling. I just don't think that he's in the. I don't think he's in the class of K-Dot.
That's because you're holding on to these ghost rappers. Yeah. and he told. And let me ask you a question: why didn't Wilcox go that hard when Drake was killing his own artists? When he was eating that cheesesteak off that clean plate, why didn't Rick? Why didn't the CO come in and turn the key then?
I think him and at that point too, him and Meek were having some difficulties with contracts and stuff like that.
I 100% agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
That is a valid answer.
I think if he felt like he was a part of the Maybach movement and he felt like Meek Heart was in it too, he probably would have.
Yeah.
But I got to take that. Yes, sir.
Most definitely.
Take that.
But yeah, we'll get a little bit more into it a little bit later. You crazy. But like I was saying, we got a few giveaways. I don't know. Hint. Somebody might do some cosplay today. I don't know. Who knows? That we might have an appearance for Deadpool.
Shout out to Alaska and Jermaine. We got that package coming to you. Make sure you send us the address so we can get that package out to you.
Definitely. And big shout out to the staff here at Doc's Basement. Big shout out to Doc for the hospitality.
Indeed.
We got Spider-Man in the building.
Yes, sir.
We'll get him to come over here and say a few words.
That's if he does.
That's if he does, though. Yeah, that's if he does. But we got Spider-Man in the building. I believe
Doc's cashier name is Emma. That's usually the name on most of the receipts that I get. She usually rings my stuff up when they send it.
Okay, yeah, we'll get their perspective too on
MC Emma over there
working at
on the wheels of steel.
We'll get a
Hey Emma, we shouting you out.
Emma?
Yeah. That's Hailey. Oh, okay. Well, Hailey. Shoot Hailey out.
That means she Hailey.
But yeah, we'll get them on the mic to tell about working at an establishment like this, because this is awesome. I mean, when I say they have everything, like every posters.
Yeah.
Action figures
through here, like Doc is an obstetrician. Yeah, he's an actual doctor.
Oh yeah.
Majority of the people under a certain age, he's given birth to. He's like a Bill Cosby minus the pills.
Yeah, most definitely.
No pill Cosby.
You're right.
But I think that's dope, man. How you can just like have passion for two things and still do it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And it can be done.
Well,
he's proof it can be done.
We're all a child. We're all child at heart. So like if it's something that you like when I saw the Macron one or Micros ones, the Robotex, I was like, okay, yeah,
solid, right? Yeah,
it brought me back to '84 and Fillmore.
Right. Yeah, man. I mean, I'm looking at some of the old comics they got back there. Oh, is that the wedding issue? Yeah, the Amazing Spider-Man wedding issue. Spider-Man marries Mary Jane.
He has a lot of slabs. He has a lot of graded slabs, like key issues and things of that.
Got Wolverine and the Predator going at it.
Take a deep dive. Like it's so
right.
So you have to actually slow down.
Exactly.
The thing that it's
because they got the new comic section. They got and then you got the boxes you can pull from back, way in the back, which are all the older issues.
And mind you, this isn't a really large space. It's not a really big space,
but it's just enough.
So much in here.
It's just enough, But he has graded comics, statues, action figures, props.
Yeah, definitely big on the props. It's a lot of big props.
Yeah,
noodles.
Yeah,
I was waiting for that one. I knew that was coming.
Noodles.
But so when we'll have Doc come over and we'll interview Doc here in a little bit.
It's necessary.
And keep it moving. So we need to talk about this Drake and Kendrick Lamar.
Indeed.
and
It's kind of
go.
taking over
Everything.
the world. It was on CNN. Literally, there's so much stuff going on in the world.
Let's
They were
go.
Literally
I
discussing
figured we
Drake and Kendrick beef.
I figured we dive into. No, actually, I'm wrong.
Okay.
We need to talk about X-Men '97.
Okay. We can talk about that first,
Episode-
simply because we're all three of us are abreast,
Yes,
literally on it. So
yeah, we need to talk about X-Men '97, Episode 7. You know what I mean?
it was amazing to me. I'm glad I got a chance to watch it.
What was the title? Tolerance is Extinction.
Tolerance,
Part
is
1?
Extinction, Part 1, correct.
Yeah, so
Powerful.
yeah, it was some powerful stuff.
That's really all you can say most of the time of it, because it's entertaining, it's exciting, but it is powerful. It's powerful written, and then it just plays out in a powerful way, man. That scene with the Summers, man, wild out. I thought that was
Yeah, it just so like it starts off with you see Bastion, he has Magneto,
up on the Diddy wall.
he's he's set up on the Diddy wall. You crazy, but he has him captive, and he's just trying to what was he unconscious?
No, he was not. He was fully conscious. He just he wasn't talking. He held all that anger in.
That's right.
how
That's right.
He was
That's
able
what-
to unleash
that's
the power
right.
that he did when he did.
That's right, and we clearly see that Bastion is working with Sinister, and pretty much he's we find out, we go through Bastion's origin story or whatever. We find out that he's a combination of the Master Mold and who else was it? Master
Mode and the Sentinel Supreme or something like that.
No, not Sentinel Supreme. What's the name? It's like Nimrod.
Oh, Nimrod.
Nimrod.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of it. Yeah, it was crazy. Because isn't that like a not a slur, but like isn't that like insult?
like saying the R word.
Yeah, like insult.
It's like saying,
Yeah.
Well, I think it's like 4 different levels of like declining intellect, and that's like the second.
Oh,
It's
that.
like moron
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Good job.
There's like 4
Okay.
levels of it.
But anyway, yeah, his name is Nimrod, and so he's a combination of Nimrod and Master Mold
Yeah.
into human form. So he's like a living human sentinel.
Synthetic, yeah.
Sentinel. Trying to create, humans, turning humans into sentinels.
They want them to be biological.
Yeah.
They want them to be able to procreate like humans, but still have all the consumable
Exactly.
technology
But
within them.
one of the things is because it's so thought invoking that they're like sleeper cells.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah,
So
yeah,
they
for
would
sure.
they would
Yeah.
kind of interact and with the mutants, and then all of a sudden they just flip. You know?
Right.
Like your boy's mom when they went to their basement.
Absolutely. He thought
Yeah.
he thought he was going to
Yeah.
a safe haven.
Yeah.
And ended up being right in the midst of everything.
Yeah.
Yep.
Flipping.
Yes, sir.
Flipping.
I mean, it's crazy how it set it off, because when Rogue dropped Bolivar Trask, that was the beginning of his plan, because that's what activated the first, biological signal. That was like the kill plan.
That was the plan. And then on top of that, it's like you said, going back to the mom, whatever. It's crazy how this whole episode dealt with family.
100%.
It dealt with family in a way to where it's that saying that Nightcrawler had said.
His
He said, "Blood is blood, but family is a choice."
choose, yep.
Yeah, family is a choice, and that's real. And that's
a real thing.
Yes,
That is
sir.
real. That's the realest thing ever, because I'm sure we all have family that we love them. They blood.
Yeah.
The family.
We were giving them, so that's
But
just what it is.
you know
right.
what I'm saying? Like we love
Art parallels life so much. It's crazy.
them. You know what I mean? Like we love them. They're there. But
Yeah, sometimes
Mike,
What's up, Mike?
What's up, Mike? What's up?
Mike Hex. Is that Dark Amos Prime? However you say
Okay.
that.
what?
Deadpool, Lone Wolf,
Okay.
Gavin Heroes, Eddie and Eddie. All you guys appreciate the white boy. 1, 2, 3. That's his name. Actually.
Wait, but his name is shout out to White Boy 123. I'm digging that name. I like that. That's just but
And make sure y'all check out our other episodes as well and subscribe to hiphopmarvels.com.
Yes, sir.
yes, sir. So where was I? Well, I was talking about something. Well, family.
Yeah.
So yeah, we all have family that we consider. Well, we have blood,
Right.
but they're not. They may not act as family. Then we have friends
Yeah.
that act as family,
that
but they're
aren't
not.
related.
They're not even related via blood.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that meant a lot because it showed me everybody on the X-Men squad they're from all walks of life.
100%.
And they're
forgot
coming
what-
together to form this family, and it's tight knit.
I just heard this recently. I forgot, it was a show or something where they were saying like you're born into a family, but sometimes that family you're born into, we're given the freedom to create our family. Because that family that you're born into may not be the family for you, but you can create a family.
Right,
like,
right.
Like these my brothers, you know what I'm saying?
But yeah, that goes with the whole thing with it's a choice. You know what I'm saying? And it is a choice.
It's an action word. Family, just like love. Family, love.
It is a
that's
choice.
An action word. You have to live up to those titles.
Now, don't get me wrong. You do have blood that's your family.
Oh yeah, that live up to.
And in that episode, they made sure they showed that as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They showed the Summers family.
Yeah.
They showed Rogue being unconscious and Nightcrawler, her brother,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
being right there by her side.
Yep.
You
That
know,
3-sword battle.
Yeah.
Nightcrawler with them 3 swords.
Oh.
It was magnificent. It
Yeah.
was beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, what Wolverine said, he said, I got 6 reasons or something, or 6. And he said, we got 9.
Let's make it 9.
Yeah, let's make it.
Let's go, bub.
But the action in this episode is great. So basically, Bastion is trying to move forward with his plan to make all of the mutants pretty much slaves.
Yeah, indeed. They want them to be
use
workhorses.
workhorses, use their powers and make all of the humans sentinels. In case they get out of line. You know what I mean?
A common theme with the villains or the antagonists is that they have a feeling that like it was a saying that they said just as the way of the Cro-Magnon men, humans took over and they wiped them out. So the mutants is the next step, or being considered as the next step. So they're afraid that they will be wiped out. So that's kind of the common thread and theme that I pull from there.
No, no doubt. No, I mean, yeah. And it's like you said before, it always goes back to because like I said, we're gearing up for a war, a major war of some sorts. Like we're gearing up for a major war, and you can see that with Magneto finally getting free, from captivity, going to the North Pole, and then
It's crazy you
energizing and kind of like using the Earth as like a battery pack.
That's what it's called, the magnetic North Pole. So him being up there made so much sense.
Yeah.
And him unleashing the amount of energy that he did was mad.
And how about those cameos when he did?
They had
Baron Zemo, Omega Red, Doctor Doom, Spider-Man, most of all.
There was one screen, bottom right, maybe 5 or 6 seconds in. Everybody saying it looks like Killmonger hair. But some of the screens, there were other cameo screens that they never showed the face. It was just like silhouettes. One of them looks like dreads or some type of sprouted hairdo, and everybody's insinuated that might have been a Killmonger character, but I don't recall him partaking in any of those stories.
Wow, that I didn't even notice that.
Yeah,
I didn't notice that at all.
There's quite a few.
Did you notice that?
No, I mean I read it on Reddit. I read it.
Oh, okay. I read it on Reddit.
It's like one of those things. You're absorbing so much stuff. Sometimes you have to go back. Like you go back to a movie and you see something. You're like,
for sure.
I didn't notice that before.
You feel like you saw it for the first time that time, even though it's not. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, so he charges up. I mean, I don't know.
That one line he said enough.
Yeah.
enough.
He's going back to his old ways. On the new trailer,
I feel like he is.
on the new trailer, he's putting the old school helmet on. It's about to, you know what I mean? It's about to come to a head, you know what I mean?
And the good thing, the thing that I saw with Magneto, I think he really was trying to abide by Xavier's wishes. I think he really was trying
I
to.
feel like he went at that wholeheartedly.
No, he was.
But
he was.
if you keep pushing sometimes, or you know what I'm saying,
It's like that bully syndrome, like the bully.
Yeah, he's like,
and one of these days,
but so much.
Yeah.
You're gonna get the wrath. At some point.
it's only so many times I can turn the cheek. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I think he hit his limit, and he's like, I tried to Charles.
To be Martin.
Yeah,
Now I got to give you Malcolm.
yeah, you
Right.
know.
Yeah.
I tried to Xavier way, I gave it the good old, Adam boy.
Right.
He said the Adam boy.
right. Yeah, most definitely. But so it ends off. Well, it goes on until you see the cameos and everything.
Yeah.
And then because you gotta realize their whole team is still not together yet.
100%. It's still not cohesive.
You still got
Everybody's all over
you still got Storm off. Storm is off.
Yeah.
her and Ford.
Her and Ford. You still got Rogue. She's passed out. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Wolverine's still like in limbo between his story, their story, and everybody else's.
Exactly. So
And he's still trying to be the voice of reason.
Correct.
Yeah.
But she was usually, like you said, the let's go bub.
Yeah.
Let's tear it down.
Yeah.
right, because Charles came back at the end, and you
That's
see
how it ended. Yeah.
and you see the four main.
I think it was Morph, Wolverine, and two other people saw him when he opened up.
What that you talking about?
When Charles came
No,
out.
it was Beast, Storm, and there was two others though. It was somebody said he called all of the smart X-Men.
Oh, when he said to me by accident.
yeah. He only that's what I had heard.
Right, because there were certain faces that popped up. When
But
he
you got to
said-
realize a lot of them are stuck in places.
So his reach might not have happened at that moment.
Right.
And he's been going, so he probably doesn't have connection with everybody right away.
Exactly.
So what do you guys think about Xavier, and what do you think that his
Purpose is going to be when he gets now that he's home.
not so much his purpose. What do you think that how do you think that he's going to feel and be knowing this too? Because we see Magneto's I tried it, but Xavier way didn't work. So do you think Xavier goes the way of Magneto in thinking? We know he's still a bit of a pacifist, but do you think that he becomes more of a, hey, look, I can't keep letting my people get messed up. I can't let my students get hurt. You know what I'm saying? I'm supposed to protect them. At some point, he has to come to that conclusion.
You think he's going to turn to a fight first mentality at some point?
And see, that's
Maybe not as far.
that's where I think, and a lot of people are saying that's where they think they're going with. Because I keep hearing rumors, well, not even rumors, but people speculating the whole onslaught thing,
Yeah.
like them coming together. Yeah. So he might get fed up as well.
Because
he might still come. I think this is how it's gonna roll out. Like he'll come back.
We got a dub prediction. Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm saying he'll come back and he'll try to smooth things out.
Yeah.
And he gonna get a literal slap in the face. Not not a physical.
Yeah,
Like
I know what you mean.
Yeah,
Figuratively.
from society, from society or whatever.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because you abandon us type thing. Understood.
Yeah.
And then he's gonna be like, all right, what we doing, Magneto? Like, what we doing?
Especially in the face of another superpower, he may need that type of energy.
Exactly.
Because in the movie, one of the last X-Men movie, when the Sentinels was coming, they went, and remember they had to send Wolverine back into the past.
Right.
I mean, was it past? Yeah, they sent him in the past, and I think because they were in the future.
Right.
And so him and Magneto were a team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no.
For sure.
Because they had the common foe, the Sentinels. The Sentinels was coming deep, and they knew they had to work together. So that's why I'm kind of wondering if the cartoon is going to parallel that type of...
Well, yeah, I mean, like I said, it could. I mean, they could run together and not even go that route, go the onslaught route. But
it's very possible.
But it's very possible,
and it would fit. It would fit as well. Yeah.
It's like we're both fed up.
Yeah.
You know,
Let's get as much
Let's-
power as
yeah,
we can and smash
exactly.
it down. Yeah,
Exactly.
Especially if, I mean, with it being biological, those sentinels are hard to deal with, clearly.
yeah,
Look at how they were slapping around some of our strongest ones. They were even.
Yeah.
most
That
of
one
them.
dude was tearing them up. It was.
And then he had to leave his boo. He had to leave his boo on the other planet
Yeah,
and across the universe.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Charles, he might be a little backed up. So
Yeah.
False.
yeah, for sure. But stupid. But yeah. So yeah, I think I'm just anxious to see. You know, for episode 8. We only got what? No, was that episode 8? Did I say 7?
I think that was 8 that we watched, wasn't it?
I want to say it's 8. Yeah, it was 3 more left. It had to be 8.
9 and
yeah.
10, yeah. So I think
My bad, guys. I said episode 7. But yeah, episode 8. Because now there's 2 more left.
correct.
'Cause I'm like, how is there 3 more? And we just saw 1. So yeah. Episode 8. Tolerance is extinction. Yeah, it's a great episode. I know I'm missing some stuff that happened. Oh, the fight scenes were incredible. I like the whole play on the Jean Grey with Cable, like him being her being an acting mom, because you know,
He kind of threw shade to her a little bit, though. He's like, you ain't really my mom. You the other one.
Yeah, he did, as most children would do if they find out that they got to step. You ain't my daddy. You know what I'm saying? So they would say that,
He
you
was
know.
just, bucking the system at him.
Right.
He was trying to make him put on his seatbelt.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah.
she's naturally doting, and I think
And
it's
plus
the Cyclops.
Yeah, and she has those memories still.
Yeah.
And then
she said she had the feelings as well.
Exactly.
Kind of weird. So I could see her having that still mothering, nurturing, caring feeling for it. So I can understand.
Exactly. And we have that and we have the confirmation that Madeline is indeed dead too. With that. Like she's indeed
Yeah, because remember he embraced her.
Yeah, the attack on Genosha, like she's done.
He came back a couple of times, didn't he? He time traveled a couple of times to try to save it.
Yeah.
Said it
And we found out
work out
and we found out why he couldn't do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
we asked that point, why not go back then?
I mean, that's a question everyone would ask.
Yeah.
You know, everyone would ask that question. Well, why can't he just go back in time and keep saving her and saving her and saving her? He tried.
And then also, what if he did? And then we had a butterfly effect.
Well, that's what they
You know
were.
what I'm saying?
That's something similar to what they were trying to say. Is
Yeah.
that it's different. Like he couldn't go into the past and change it. And it had to happen.
Yeah.
in everybody's time.
Time.
No
Yeah.
matter what.
Yeah.
So that's great.
Kind of like the Spider-Verse.
It wouldn't.
When
Yeah.
the dads had to die. Like each
Yeah.
one of the Spider-Verse people, dads had to die.
Yeah.
In order for them. Yeah.
Yeah, because it couldn't split. It was no room to split.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
So yeah. But yeah, X-Men 97 episode 8, great episode. Looking forward to episode 9 Wednesday. And,
I really think it was written very eloquently. It's a powerful show. Like I wasn't expecting to really get it as much, because I'll watch a show or people talk about a show and I try to watch it, and then if I don't get into the first, like some shows are slow, but like if I don't get into the first of that series, I usually don't. I don't even try to go. But it from the beginning it was it pulled me in, so I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, most definitely.
Or I am enjoying it, thus far.
Yeah, definitely. I said last night, I said between X-Men 97 and this whole hip hop this season on hip hop, I said it's like, it has
family.
Has me in shambles, because it's like if I'm not listening to audio, I'm watching Disney Plus.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I'm back and forth. And they both have me perplexed right now, So dope for hip hop, dope for Marvel Studios and Marvel Animation. Yeah, exactly.
Our world is on fire right now.
Right.
Hip hop Marvel, right? Because hip hop is doing
Yeah, we're elated. We're elated. We're elated. Yeah, man. So
I'm having fun. I know
to be honest, it just inciting the different conversations, the battles. You're bringing back the barbershop conversation. This, that, and this. It's invoking so many other artists that people forget about because the references, the different things, and
and it even got the old heads excited. Me and the old head, y'all see the grays. Hey, even got the whole old head is excited. The old heads is even having to say, okay, it's starting to get,
It's getting heated a little
bit. It feels like, 98. It feel like 2000.
That's what's up.
You need that feeling because it's getting stale. I don't ever want to.
That's what's up.
Jay-Z's one of my favorite, and there was a time where it's like when Jay-Z retired, he wasn't putting out an album. It made room for like the one you would get those dance songs, you would get those random tracks.
Right.
He would come out. It was a standard that most artists had to live by, where a lot of that trash didn't get by. So it was like we got so much nonsense.
Exactly. Yeah.
Getting some niceness.
But you got to add too, like with the advent of the internet and everybody having access to it, and then everybody having access. Like you remember, if you didn't have a Kai, you know what I'm saying? If you didn't have a Roland beat machine, and the price margin on those were like out of a lot of, the normal person's price range to do that.
So
every
Wi-Fi, you can make a beat.
Pretty much, You can download on your phone.
That's what I'm about to say. You can make it on your phone.
You know what I'm saying?
A beat ain't hard to make.
Yeah. So
you definitely can make a beat. Sure. So
with that, I think it kind of flooded the market. So, and then like we all come from that generation where you had to wait 2 years for the next album. So the artist had an opportunity to, within that 2 years, to create, really be thoughtful about the album. The people who produced the tracks and everything else,
concepts,
everything.
Exactly.
Like we got stories. We got albums that were like a story. It told a story. The inside, when you open up the wrapper, it was a whole feeling. It was a whole like.
You wanted to see the inside cover.
Yeah,
You wanted to see
it was everything.
for sure.
Exactly.
And we now that, but I mean, I can't knock the new art, because like look at what we got for this. You know what I'm saying? We got the glove, the shorty collection.
The shirt. Yeah, that was just crazy.
The pills. I even go back to Pusha T's album, when he had like the picture of what's her name, the singer.
Oh, Whitney
Houston, bathtub.
Yeah, it's the art. Yeah, the artwork.
So and it even goes into like the variants covers where you got hip hop art and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly.
And Wu-Tang did a lot of it was other people too. Like I know Sean P. He did like some comic book covers, like with his Ape album. So yeah.
DMC is big on covers too.
Yeah,
DMC.
Most definitely. You guys want to bring Doc over to chop it up with
I
him?
think he has some free time. He's ready.
There you go.
Mr. Wilcox the third.
Are you ready? Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Yeah.
All right, we're gonna bring Doc into the fold.
The man of the hour.
The man of the hour. The man of the hour. You can matter of fact, you just turn it on him if you want. Yeah,
man, Doc in here.
Or you can just turn it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Get him.
All right,
Get him. Yeah. There you go.
My man Doc.
How y'all doing today?
How are you doing?
Oh man, one, be able to sit down for the first time is awesome, but
oh man,
it was a great turnout. We wouldn't be able to do this if you guys would have came here right at opening, because it was through the door. It was crazy.
We kind of were here a little bit and we saw,
but that was good. I didn't know how it was going to turn out because of the rain, and how that would affect it. In my mind, I thought this is a perfect place to be just because it is raining. We're inside. But the turnout has been amazing.
We could see when we came in. We were whoa,
That's awesome.
We were hoping to get in here and kind of like set up before everyone got here, but I was just surprised at the turnout, and I mean this place is great, man.
Well, thank you. I appreciate
this place
that.
is awesome.
So I have a question.
Okay.
How did the Free Comic Book Day come about? I know it's everywhere.
So that was, I didn't even know if I wanted to do it when I first opened the store. I had to learn this whole business, since this is my real line of work was being a physician.
Okay.
Right.
And so trying to figure out, would this be something that I would do? trying to figure out if, we were big enough where people would come. Because once again, I have to fund that.
Right.
And, the goal is to get people interested in it. People who are interested, to give them, a title that may have a little Easter egg in it for them.
Okay. Yeah.
But you also want the event to be a success. So eventually I just went out on a limb and tried it, advertised for it. People found us, because not everybody found that out.
Right.
Not every store does it. And so the local comic book store that was in the area, they never do it. I guess they just didn't want to be bothered. And I thought it was a wonderful thing to bring the community together and bring them out. And, once again, by nature, I'm an OBGYN. I love children. And so to have all these kids in, and the real cool thing is, you missed out on a couple of folks. Some of the kids that I've delivered, they come in. And so they're here. The parents are always hyped for them to take a picture and stuff with me.
Awesome.
And so I get to take pictures and hang out with these kids that I delivered.
Right.
So it's awesome.
That's incredible.
So you're really a pillar of the community. That's awesome.
I don't think of myself as a pillar. I just feel like, I'm here. I'm just trying to make people happy and have a good time,
Right. Yeah. I wanted to know, like, when did you, because I know you said you made that, well, I wouldn't necessarily call it a transition, but you kind of, we were talking earlier how you can take two things that you love and do them
and so
at the same time.
Right now, I'm essentially retired from practicing medicine because I ended up having back surgery. So the story, what ended up happening was, and my heart is being an obstetrician. Like, I love delivering babies. And every time I, see my former patients and they come through and I miss that part tremendously.
Right.
But this came about because I never understood how people retired and then went back and worked. And so it almost like they always have this void that was, kind of, now there's this void in their hearts where they can't let something go. But at the same point, I'm like, you've done the work. Like, when do you get a chance to rest and enjoy life? But once again, they have to find something to busy themselves. So it was in the back of my mind, hey, I love comics. I love video games. I love action figures. We don't have a comic book store in Belmont. Why not start one and then I can get it going?
Right.
I have like Hailey. That was like a godsend. Hailey's like amazing. Like, she's like the right-hand lady. Like, to have somebody come in and actually, you see them develop a passion for something. Especially they treat it like it's yours, like it's theirs.
Yeah, most definitely.
I mean, that's invaluable.
These two guys.
That's what I'm saying.
These two guys right here.
And so
I see it like, so this is essentially your act 2.
It was my act 2. It was supposed to be my act 2, and it was my ride off into the sunset.
Yeah.
So it was supposed to come later, but then my back. One day I woke up and I was having this. Hey guys, welcome docs. I was having this issue with my leg. And I'm like, what is going on? And eventually it got worse and worse. And I was powering through it. No one knew. Like, I was like, that's just not it's not in my nature to like try to rely on folks, even my partners. So I'm like seeing patients. I'm literally walking down the hallway at the hospital. If it was an empty like hallway, I was like walking on holding the railing. As soon as somebody hit a corner, it's up. Hey, I straightened right up. And so, but then it got to a point where I couldn't hide it. My legs went numb.
Right.
And I'm like, look, let me make sure. And I went to the doctor. I'm not that dude. I like tell people to go. I went.
Right.
We looked at some stuff, tried some physical therapy stuff, tried back exercises, and it just got worse and worse. And literally, I got out of surgery one day, was sitting in the recovery room with one of my colleagues who's orthopedics. Leaned over to him and said, Steph, this is what's going on. What do you think? Said, come in the office, we'll check it out. Long story short, if I could show you the picture of the MRI, if you guys want to see it, it's easy. Anybody can read this thing if you see the defect that's there.
Understood.
But I just had like this much left that wasn't being compressed in my spinal cord.
Oh, man.
And so he said the recurrence rate was like high. And so the risk of it happening again, I couldn't even go on a walk with my family. It was that bad.
Wow.
So I'm young.
It kind of forced you. It kind of forced you into that route.
And I could make that decision, but I said, you know what? It's not worth it.
Right.
And so in that instance, I made a decision to said, I'm gonna just go ahead and it was a hard decision. I talked to my mentors,
right,
and let them know where I was coming from, and they understood. They helped me get through it.
Right.
Family helped me get through it. My mom, now that one was a different one.
Oh,
no. My mom, she was putting me through it. You gonna give up your God-given your head? You were made for. Like, Mom. One of my other mentors was like my second mom. She had to come talk to him, and she's like, Betty, don't do that to him. Like, don't, like, he's already going through it.
Hit you with that,
Dr. Strange. Exactly. Like, so, but yeah, that's what ended up happening. So my, right off in the sunset came now.
Wow. Right.
And so, and it was helpful. Like, going through that process, if I can show you, I was in the back brace up to here. I couldn't bend, but being able to come over here and just zone out, do inventory, interact with the Doc's basement family.
Yeah,
that in itself was medicine to help me get through it.
Right.
That's and
cool.
so
I can imagine.
Yeah, this became the only gig, and so now I feel like my role is to be an advocate for my former patients, my family, and my friends. People call me all the time asking me for my advice, my opinion. I've had patients show up here, like one of my patients former patients showed up the day before her surgery because she wanted me to give me my opinion on something. Wow. Which I thought literally pulled up and, hey, Julie, one of my former nurses right here.
Okay. Right.
And so,
that's awesome.
Yeah, come in here.
All right, Julie. Oh, man.
How you guys doing?
Wow.
Oh, we're just doing a little podcast here, so yeah. But perfect example of what I'm talking about. And so,
example.
But it gotta make you feel. It have to give you a good feeling, like
has to be a sense of
yeah,
for sure.
You help the people in your community act that way towards you and give you that kind of love.
It's more so just the fact that they care about me.
Yeah.
That they trust me.
Yeah.
They put that means more than anything to me.
Yeah.
The accolades. My family, like we were just talking about earlier. My kids, I'm like, y'all can't do anything. Like, everybody knows me. And like, to the point where they come home, Dad, why do you gotta know everybody? I walked up, I was just telling this story to somebody earlier. I walked to pick up my daughter and say, hey, I pick them up from school every day. That's my thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Or at that time. And I'm walking up and she's just standing there, kind of have an attitude, and I'm smiling.
Right.
First thing out of her mouth, why do you have to be a gynecologist? Why can't you just be an OB? And I said,
oh, wow.
Okay, hello, good afternoon, how are you? And this is out like kids everywhere. She was walking.
Right.
Like, what's going on?
Like, okay.
Dad, I was in class today, and the teacher was going through roll call, and she said, Kira Wilcox. Are you the daughter of Sam Wilcox, Dr. Wilcox?
Oh,
and she said, yeah. Oh my God, he was my gynecologist. I love him. She's like, the boys just died laughing. Everybody's going, and she's like, Dad, what do I say to that? I'm like, welcome to my world. You have no idea. Welcome to your mom's world. Like, people are always coming up, and I'm like, you gotta understand. That's favor.
Yeah.
At some point, you gotta understand all of these things. When people do recognize it, people like you've actually benefited from the fact that people like watch you. They look out for you. They like. Because of that. So, don't be rolling up on me talking about why'd you have to be. It's because I did.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, somebody said it's like our kids, like, no matter how cool we are,
I know.
You'll never be cool to your kids.
No. And that's the thing. Her friends always talk about your dad. Your dad is so cool. They don't think you are. I'm like, you just don't
That's
get
always the case. Always the case.
I remember my thing was, like, I used to walk my daughters to school and hold their hand that day when they
just
fly
there. Oh, dude.
Hey man, my heart was broken. I was like, oh my God, I wanted to go home and cry.
Like, do you gotta walk me all the way?
I know. Did you
man.
when they started pulling away?
Yeah.
It was one of those things. Like, when we just went to Disney World for my daughter's chorus trip, and I was with my oldest, And I had to hold her hand so we were getting separated. And I'm like, man, she's going. No, she. It was one of the best feelings in the world.
Oh, yeah.
She was like pulling me in because she's about to go to college.
Right.
You know, she was taking selfies with me. She was resting her head on my shoulder. I'm like,
It's still
that's
there.
awesome.
Yeah.
This is great. I'm glad that didn't necessarily. Now my youngest, she would have just been like, yeah, Dad, you got it.
When my
You too
daughter's
close.
first day in high school, man, I tried to give her a kiss. You would have thought I stabbed. You would have thought I stabbed that. You would have thought I stabbed that.
No, I wouldn't even try that.
Do you remember that episode of Chappelle when he was acting like Dylon? And he was like with Wycliffe? She's like, you too close.
We just got finished talking.
We just got finished talking.
Dialogue.
Exactly.
Oh, that you even know that reference.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's like I said, it's fun. It does give you. And I don't try to be a prideful person, but it does make you feel good that you made an impact. On folks.
Right.
And like I said, I think the biggest thing is that they genuinely love you. They genuinely care about you.
Most definitely.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Because you made a difference in their lives. Well, and in turn they're making a difference in yours.
Yes.
Just by being
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, just by being them.
That's
like I
it,
said, just being able to be there and help folks. It's something about that.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful feeling.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
So, but yeah.
Yeah, so how many years are you here now?
So 2016 is when we opened up.
Okay.
So yeah, it's
2016. Okay.
It flies.
So did you notice like a gradual growth? Because I know you said.
Oh, yeah.
It was slow. It was slow.
Yeah.
At first.
And that's the thing. People had to figure out people still say they didn't know we were here.
And that's the case a lot of times. When, like you said, that's if the company chooses to
put you out there. Yeah.
Because some people, like you said, they just don't want to be bothered. Like we'll let the customers find us if they find us.
Yeah.
And that's it.
And that's almost kind of like my nature, because one of the things I've learned over the years was that it's different when you do this to live, as opposed to you doing it out of enjoyment.
Right, Bobby.
And I've seen some people and their attitudes be horrible of like owners. But I didn't get it, but I get it. I get it. If this how you eating, and somebody says that they're gonna order some books from you, and you order them, and then they don't show up.
Right.
You just ate all of that. And so, you walking around salty. And when people aren't buying stuff, this has never been my source of income.
Right.
So I have a different, outlook on things, and I have a different feel. If somebody comes in, they buy something, they don't.
I remember the first week where he had a bunch of stuff from me, and I had missed paying him by a few days. I felt so bad because I know he has to order this stuff. Yeah, just give me a few more days. And he sent me in all caps, "It's okay."
Like I'm like,
It's all right.
Especially if I know good people. I know people were good. Like Jason has demonstrated his honor and everything. He doesn't have to worry about anything with me. I'm like, I got you. You don't worry about it.
That's how we are with each other. Like since we met, it's been that same thing. It's like, man, or whatever, because it's crazy because we were just talking about the last episode, which is episode 8 of X-Men 97 on Disney Plus. So we were just talking about that episode.
Now, no spoilers. I'm behind because of my oldest. I'm behind.
I want to tell him.
It's not really. I don't think it's really a spoiler. I was just talking about the theme. The theme of the episode. So the theme is family.
Oh yeah.
So we were talking about how important that is. Whether it's blood or not.
Oh right, yeah.
So
and like we got mentioned, like you could be born into a family, and they may not feel as your family, but you can create a family.
Absolutely. If you see my post, many times I'll say the Doc's Basement family.
Yeah,
I say that because that's how I look at it.
Right.
And they're not just customers. Especially there's some people I've built like some good bonds with, and that I never would have met if it wasn't for this. Jason's is perfect. Y'all now.
Yeah.
And so
it's a hub. You
Thanos.
pretty much created
Thanos, Juggernaut.
Juggernaut.
Juggernaut, Thanos.
Big surprise.
Big Mark with the mouth.
But you created a hub for people to come and because we have a lot of talks about what comic book shops do for us. Even podcasting about comics and about hip hop and stuff like that. We find it therapeutic.
Oh yeah.
And to add to that, it's like you're adding another layer because you said you have some of your customers and patients come to you for advice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
and happy to give it.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like a one-stop shop. You know what I'm saying? He practiced gynecology, opened up a shop, but now it's like he's semi-practicing psychology.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
I'm a consultant.
You're a consultant, yeah. So like the Doc's
Fix my head and my heart.
Doc's basement is like the perfect
Big Jeff.
Shout out Big Jeff.
But it's the perfect name for the shop.
And that's the thing. It's funny that it's turned out that way because that necessarily wasn't the intent, but it's kind of morphed into that.
But I also think that's a reflection of the person you are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Things come organically. You know,
right?
Yeah.
If
there's one thing I got, it's bedside manner. that is, and okay, so that goes to two things. We're gonna talk about sometimes being considerate of the fact that I've had certain customers come in and life happens. And they're Doc, I'm like, this is just some doggone comics. Yeah. You go handle that. Don't worry about that. Yeah. I got you. This is here when you come back. But then, on the other end, you have these situations. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for coming. Hey. Oh, you with Julie? Oh yeah, we did. We did our hugs and everything. Another one of my former patients, right there.
Right.
Okay, now I just lost my train of thought. What were we talking about? Family, right?
I was saying how organic it was for you. To because I think you were talking about how
you were saying life, life experiences happen to people.
They do, and you have to be cognizant of that and understanding of that. And I had a guy come here a while ago. He was actually in here today. And it meant so much to me when he said this. Mm-hmm. He said, we can go anywhere to get comics. And he didn't have to tell me this. He's like, I can go get my comics from anywhere. I come to you, and I think people come to you because of you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That was powerful to me.
Exactly.
Like that I had an impact on somebody, and it's true.
It is. Yeah.
And I don't take that lightly at all.
No, and
like Jason's a perfect example. Jason's adorable. I'm like, I know there's some comic places but he's coming to me.
He put us on.
Yeah.
He talk about you all the time.
And this is why we're recording.
Right.
Yeah.
So after a while, I'm like, okay, you got that from Doc. Doc did this, Doc did that.
Yeah.
I think we gotta go see Doc. You know what I mean? Like, we gotta pay Doc.
Because there's a fear of missing out on a lot of things, and I tell him he eliminated that entire fear of missing out because he makes sure I has it. He has it on the order. He'll let me know. And it's just that simple for me, and I appreciate it. Yeah.
And it's funny because Jason, he's like, I'm like, Jason, I'm always, he's like, Doc, you just get. I'm like, no, I'm gonna always ask you.
He asked me.
He like every time, like, I'm always ask you. I'm always gonna make sure you're good.
I'm glad I'm in the fold now. No, most definitely. Like,
I was even checking out your Macross one. So I'm gonna have to see about.
So that's funny because it has a red dot. So if you see anything that's a red dot, it's actually from my own personal collection. And so a part of the basement was I always wanted to have a basement so I can have my video games, my comics up, and my figures.
Okay.
Never got the basement house. I'm working on it still. Anyway. So when we did the store, I'm like, I'm gonna call it Doc's Basement because this is what my basement, a place where I can have my comics, my video game, all the stuff. So when we first got it and I ordered everything, this store was empty. Like I had to stage it. And so then I'm like, you know what? I have all this stuff is in boxes, is in here. I'm finally able to see my stuff up. And so the minute she warned me, she's like, look, you need to be careful. Somebody gonna end up buying something. I'm like, nah, it's fine. It's been sitting in there. So I put my Macross up there. I put this one Vegeta, battle damage Vegeta, because Vegeta's my dude. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So next thing you know, someone of my former colleagues, her husband, she was a pediatrician. Her husband came in and he's just looking at it. He's like, I want that Vegeta.
one.
Yeah.
And I look back. I'm like, so there was another Vegeta next to him with all these other accessories. I'm just talking it up. I'm like, you see, you can switch out his hands and do all such.
I want that one. Nah.
It's like Chappelle again. He was like, I want that purple slurp. He was like, I want that purple slurp. And I was just and because it was up and it was out, I sold it. And I was like, you know what? I know it's going to a good place. He actually sent me a picture of it in his office.
Okay.
It was still in the case. And that was hard, but I learned the lesson.
Right.
But it was just so, I got so used to seeing stuff out that I just kind of left it there.
Right.
And so,
Never really expected it to
No.
Okay.
And then I've lost some things along the way.
Yeah, see, you missing number 2.
Yeah. Well, I think it was number 2. No, you know what happened with that? I loved Rick, because you know Rick was the man.
Okay.
And then Roy was also the man.
Yeah.
Funny thing, Roy was dating a sister way back when.
Yeah.
But Roy was that dude. He passed away. R.I.P. Roy.
Okay.
But then there was Max.
Yeah.
And the reason I was feeling Max so much was because Max was the only. Because at the time, I wanted to be a pilot when I was a kid too.
Yeah.
But if you wore corrective lenses, you couldn't be a pilot.
Oh.
Max was the tightest. He was the best Macross fighter. So to have a dude who was wearing glasses that was the best fighter, even, I mean, the story's about Rick. I mean, but Max was that dude. He was always my favorite. But, you know, besides Rick, of course. So that's why it is. I buy stuff. I'm going to bring you the next thing. I get stuff because I like it.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where I always said, well, if somebody don't buy it, I can always take it home with me. And I tell people that when they come in here, like even Hailey will tell you, I told her when she first came here, I'm like, one thing will never be, because I hate going in places, are comic snobs. And you go a lot of places, you know, there's a certain air about sometimes where it's almost like that guy on The Simpsons who was just a butthead for just being a butthead. Like at some point you get cynical and you just get
people trying to gatekeep and stuff for no reason. For no reason whatsoever. Like
we were talking about earlier, you literally have somebody in here who's trying to generate interest in this, and you're turning them away. They obviously don't know. They're asking you questions.
Yeah.
And that's a part of that whole. When
can't expect everyone to know.
People,
That's one of the things I love about these guys. I'm not the biggest,
Welcome,
you know what I'm
Doc.
saying, Marvel, you know, like historian, and these guys, and like especially Deadpool, Jigpool, I'm sorry, like, you know, with him, he tells, he informs us so much, or me so much, and even Dub, they inform me about a lot of things, and I catch up because I mean, I was a big comic book guy, but I was mostly just looking at it, the art.
Are you looking for a sweet treat to brighten up your day? Do you want to support a local Black-owned business that makes delicious pastries and snacks? Then you need to check out Hook and Key Creations out of Sanford, North Carolina. Hook and Key Creations offers a variety of mouth-watering goodies with a New Orleans flair. Cupcakes, cakes, cookies, candy apples, candied popcorn, ooey gooey bars, and more. They use fresh ingredients and homemade recipes to make every bite a delight. Whether you need a cake for a special occasion, a snack for your office meeting, or just to treat yourself, Hook and Key Creations has you covered. You can order online, call, or text 919-537-9676 and follow them on Facebook and Instagram to see their latest creations and promotions. Order from Hook and Key Creations today and enjoy a little taste of New Orleans, one bite at a time.
What's good? It's your player partner 2 Chainz, you feel me? In the building. Money all the way to the ceiling.
Hey, yo, what up, everybody? This is Thigh Home.
Yo, this is Trackstar, the DJ.
Hey, yo, what's up? Relax your mind, let your conscience free and get down to the sound of PFD. This is Paris Fifth, legendary rapper, PFD.
You rocking with Precise Politics.
Yo, what up? This is DJ Eclipse.
Hello, everybody. This is Donifit Duval.
It's your boy, Sheik Luch. D-Block, all day silverback gorillas.
What's good, people? This is Eternally MC.
What's up? This your boy Wyclef Jean, a.k.a. Spider-Man. You already know I'm a superhero. What makes me a superhero? Come on. Hip-Hop Marvels.
This is Hip-Hop Marvels.
We are live at Hip-Hop Marvels. So you know how we do all the things all the time. This is where the superheroes reside. You know what I'm saying?
Hip-Hop Marvels podcast. Keep tuned in, because they couldn't have bridged together a better gap, all right?
Hip-Hop Marvels podcast. I'm over here marveling at all these dope sounds.
That's the chill. Hip-Hop Marvel.
Right now I'm checking out Hip-Hop Marvels podcast, available wherever dope podcasts are streamed.
Right now you checking out Hip-Hop Marvels podcast.
Keep blazing that shit and all that.
Feel me? You're tuning to the
Hip-Hop Marvels podcast. You want that? Your friendly neighborhood plug for all things hip-hop and Marvel.
2 Chainz Radio.
And I wanted to see the fighting and stuff like that. So I wasn't really into the stories and
the history and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, this show was a learning curve in itself.
Yeah.
And that's what I want. I didn't want all 3 panelists to have like that strong knowledge.
Oh,
in Marvel.
yeah.
I wanted one. So, I mean, we got to have episodes where we're
talking about other things, yeah. And different perspectives.
Right, where we're like trying to explain
Welcome,
something.
guys.
You know what I mean? If we're all on the same accord all the time, then it doesn't make for a good dialogue.
And it gives me the opportunity to ask these guys questions. I was like, so what do you think about this? And what do you think this is going in? Why is this person this way? You know, and as far as the universe goes.
Yeah.
I mean, it represents the listener. One of the reasons why we formed this podcast is because took two things that I love. I love hip hop. I love Marvel Comics. Always been a fan of Marvel Comics. And there's plenty of it goes back to what you said, you know, how people they stated that they can go to any other comic book place to get comics, but they come to you because of you.
Right.
Yeah. So I wanted to create
that experience.
A hub and experience to where, okay, there's tons of Marvel expert podcasts out there. But I want them to come to us. We're a niche podcast.
Yes.
Like we're the only place you can hear something about hip hop and hear something about Marvel.
Oh, I mean, cut you off.
The missus. Yes. Hey, how are you doing?
I smell cookies. Cake. Back kid. I smell cookies and cake a little bit. I don't know. I might be tripping.
But yeah, so we wanted just to create that hub for people to come to us for us.
Yes,
you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
So that hit home, like what you just explained and everything. It totally hit home.
And last week it really hit home, like when you were saying about people acknowledging you. We had one of
our like top
diehard
fans,
Marvelites.
Yeah, we
had Marvelites. Man.
He called in guest, and he just the knowledge he had of us was so humbling.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and like Dub told us, it made us feel established.
Yeah.
It kind of was like a full circle moment.
Yeah, it does. Like you just, I had this impact. Like really?
Yeah, I was like, paid that much attention. Yeah, put that imposter syndrome a little bit.
Yeah,
I went through that a lot when my page started taking off and getting all of the comments and people telling me how much they love my content and I make their day, and I'm like, this can't be.
Yeah.
This can't. I'm realizing that I'm getting everything I asked for. It's like
right.
Yeah,
something's not right.
There's some level of skepticism there.
Shout out to everybody out there now. Look, live. Speaking of, and shout out to Jermaine Grant. That's
yes, definitely Jermaine.
And big up to Alaska. Was it Anchorage, Alaska?
Anchorage, Alaska.
Big up to Anchorage, Alaska.
Look at it, y'all like worldwide.
We're trying.
trying.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, you know, just talking about Jig Fool and the stuff that I see, I could be having a day.
Yeah.
And then he comes across my screen, and I'm just sitting in a message back. I'm just like, dude, you just made me laugh out loud. Like, I needed that right now.
I'll hit the heart on him real quick. I was like, all right. Yeah, I was in a funk about something.
Yeah.
You just made
And
my
to see
day.
him, no, it's just the weirdness in my brain. And it's seriously like that too.
And I'm always telling people,
going through something.
I'm like, y'all don't understand. I'm like, this dude, like, he can open a museum. Like, he got everything that's that cool. And I only have one. I got one person that can rival you, but from Wonder Woman. He comes here. His name is Jason. Jason as well.
Jason, right.
Jason the Collector.
You too. He gets everything Wonder Woman. If it comes out, he wants it. And I just say, I want to see.
Yeah.
I want to see this room, this place that houses all of this stuff.
Man.
Because it's amazing to me. So to have somebody go all in like that, to see their passion, their love.
Might have to set that up.
I know, right?
The clash of the collectors.
Right.
You might have to put that together.
Yeah, the clash of the collectors.
My older brother.
Now he's not gonna dress up as Wonder Woman. That's where you gonna win. You gonna win all day on that one.
Yeah.
But Wonder Woman was a big thing. And me and my older brother, we shared a room coming up, and like Wonder Woman was his thing.
Like Linda Carter Wonder Woman?
Yeah.
With the spin around.
Yeah, he loves some Wonder Woman, man.
Yeah, when she finally, even though that second movie was trash, like my youngest daughter who's not into it, she was so into Wonder Woman. Yeah. And Monty stepped up, she was like, that was horrible. That was trash. Like, it hurt me. So to have a heroine that she loved the first one. The first one was awesome.
Yeah,
but to have her be utterly disappointed in that second one, I digress. But anyway, it was trash, but seeing Linda Carter at the end of it, looking pretty doggone good, might I say.
Oh, yeah. She's still got it.
That was the highlight of that movie, which is horrible.
I didn't really like the second one as much as, I mean, it was
bad.
I think they could have had a better storyline.
They could have, like, first of all, changing Max Lord to like basically a genie, a psychic genie, and then with the nosebleed. Max Lord was really like, he had to have intent when he used his ability.
Yeah.
Because the damage that it did to him each time he used it, he wasn't using it willy-nilly like that.
Especially if it was killing him.
So, no, it was definitely purposeful when he used it. And then the cheetah, that could have been a story in itself.
Yeah, it could have.
Maybe they should have just focused on that. But it's almost like the third Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. They had too much going on.
I don't even count that one.
No. So they got it. Yeah. Oh. I'm sure you've done a skit with that.
I do that dance a lot. I do.
That's the one with that awful venom.
Oh. Yeah. First of all, you picked Topher. Topher was great for.
No, I'm saying that Eddie Brock, him
cast as it.
Yeah,
you did a horrible job.
I'm talking about the
CGI too.
Yeah.
But the thing about it was, Eddie has always been an imposing figure. That dude was big and buff. He was towering. You picked Topher.
That 70s show.
We talk about that all the time. Like, we talked about the what's his name coming from the Superman and going to
Henry Cavill.
Cavill. And we were saying, like, who would he fit?
The rumors of him coming to the MCU.
Yeah, they talked about him being Sentinel. Yeah. But the problem with but he looks funny with blonde hair. It's almost like the Witcher thing. But they talked about him being Sentinel.
See, we were talking about him like possibly either like we just throwing possibilities out there. Cyclops, Captain Britain. Somebody of that like stature.
That stature. I pick Cyclops. Before Captain Britain, just because people don't know about Captain Britain, like the main population. Us comic heads know.
But we were talking about like, just based off his like body type and stuff like that.
Now that X-Men 97 is showing him some love.
Hey, Cyclops,
he would be a good Cyclops.
Resurgence now.
Yeah, man. You see that haircut? Henry Cavill could pull that off and advise him. Come on now. Yeah, that would be a good one. I like that one.
Yeah, so resurgence. Quick question. Yeah. So, as far as music, do you listen to hip hop? And if so, who?
Why you looking at you like that? Hey, why he gave you that sour stomach look like? Come on, bro. Come on now.
He looked at me like,
so here's the deal, like, which is funny because I try to put my kids on it, and I was just telling her I can't listen necessarily to stuff nowadays because I'm kind of sounding like my parents and our parents when they talk about this is trash compared to what we grew up with.
Right.
So I was just listening the other day because we got into this debate about my wife said something about like because they were talking about derogatory, demeaning women in rap, and she was like, "Oh, rap." I'm like, "Excuse me, Common, Talib Kweli."
Okay. Two names we literally
just
that's what I'm saying.
on our ride down.
Right.
It's like over 2 hours and 20
2
minutes.
2:20.
Yeah.
And we had a whole raucous records.
Yeah. I'm like, I just had you listen to four women from Talib. Oh my God, Talib Kweli. Why would you say that? I had you listen to this. I'm like, I'm always listening to stuff that actually has a message in it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
And 4 women. Oh man, that's
4 women is like.
Well, hey,
Dude,
come on,
I'm
man.
just sitting here listening. I like work out to it, and I'm getting in the zone. Like, how could you say that? But I get it. And then I started mentioning. I'm like, well, what about the women who demean women? And
Yeah,
so I'm like, remember Little Kim? I'm like, look at Nicki Minaj and all that. Like, come on now. It's like there's definitely like some conscientious. So I sound like to say when I listen to hip hop, I think about stuff like that, and that's
your
the
top
stuff that's on
5,
my
man. You got to hear. Hey, look, let's say I ask everybody your top 5 MCs, and your top 5.
See, you gotta
Marvel comics. I mean Marvel.
I knew you was gonna ask that question.
Top 5 MCs, top 5 Marvel
See, I need
characters.
you can't put me on the spot like that. I gotta think about it a little bit because, because I would go back.
It don't matter where you go. It's
Eric B. and
yours.
Rakim.
Okay.
I love De La Soul.
Okay, yes. Okay.
De La Soul is in there.
Okay.
You know what? I can't even do that. The Native Tongue family is in there. The whole Native Tongue family.
Okay.
You guys would get along.
Because I can go back. I love Busta. Busta's like one of the best lyricists out there.
Just listen to Busta.
Okay.
Just listen to Busta.
And so then you have people. Then you have like Gangstar.
Oh.
Like,
above the clouds.
So we know we established what type you.
That's what I'm saying. When I go back, that's the type of stuff that I listen to.
And see, I kind of relate like the eras of hip hop to the eras
Pete
of
Rock and CL Smooth. They reminisce. Black Sheep.
I relate the eras of hip hop to the eras of like comic books. So you know how you got
So
your silver,
90s,
golden, your silver, golden, and I kind of
Bronze Age and stuff like that. Yeah.
I kind of do it like that. But
Well, you gotta give us his top 5 Marvel characters too.
Spider-Man.
That should be easy.
That's easy.
Okay,
Spider-Man was like Peter was like one of my first favorite characters.
I can see that.
And then you jump into it was hard with the X-Men, but it was like Wolverine.
Okay.
That was my dude. Somebody who's jumped into it who wasn't in there before because of what he's starting to mean more to me is Magneto. And
Same here.
I was always telling people, I'm like, if you would tell young me that I would be feeling Magneto more than Professor X, young me would be like, "Are you out of your?
We talk about that
out of your mind? Like
we talk about that all the time, bro.
That dude is like on some whole different level with me. Yeah.
So both of my villains are. They say they were right. I'm a Thanos and Magneto. You know what I mean? So no. But yeah, good. Continue. I'm sorry.
That's 4.
That's 4. Was that 4?
You said Spider-Man.
I said Spider-Man, Wolverine,
Magneto. That's 3.
Colossus was in there for a long time.
That's what I do.
And I'm about to give you.
I think he likes the
jog and the tank.
The
tanks.
That was my stuff.
This one was hard because they destroyed this character, but it was Iceman.
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah,
and
he's an Omega level.
He's Omega level.
Yeah.
With him quite a few different.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that at all.
But and I have the book. Back there. Hey, Em, how you doing? Gwen Stacy. That's Emma. That's Emma.
Okay.
Okay, Gwen Stacy.
And so they did this thing, and I have no qualms about saying it, but Marvel basically said they were going to do this. They said they were going to take a major character and they were going to make him gay. And so, if you know anything about Bobby has never been that.
Yeah.
And they had this one storyline going on at the time. And I have the book back there as proof.
Yeah.
This is the problem they have. You need to know the character's history before you do something.
Yeah.
And this shows me that you didn't know this character's history.
You saying like the writer that
who
took
did
over,
decided to
you're
do this.
Definitely supposed to go. It's the same in
supposed
hip
to look.
hop. It's the same in hip hop.
Exactly.
Right. You come in this game, you got to
Need to know. You got to do your research.
I was wondering why Iceman was in. Remember we talked the last episode?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there was this time period where they said they were going to do this, but then they came out with this X book, and it was supposed to be all new X-Men. I believe it was all new X-Men, or it was just X-Men. But they were basically bringing the team essentially from the past to meet their newer selves.
I remember, yeah.
And so during that time period, they were trying to say, no, this is not an alternate timeline. It was just a back. But they kept doing this thing with young Bobby. And then eventually...
Was that during that, when they, you know how sometimes they reset and they have like a different theme?
No, it wasn't
during
the
that
reset.
time? Oh,
It was X-Men 3, X-Men 600, because that was the last one I bought.
Okay.
Because I were leading up to it, I'm like, don't do this. This has never been Bobby. The problem is when you do something like this to a character that you grew up with. I'm not saying you can't develop characters. Harley Quinn is a perfect example of proper development of a character in a relationship.
Yeah.
You know, Poison Ivy, she literally is really not had interest in anybody. She's interested in plant life and preservation of that. Harley was in a horrible relationship, abusive and everything.
Yeah.
They were friends, and it turned into something, and you watched it turn into this thing that seemed very organic.
Right.
That made sense to me. What you did to Bobby Drake did not. You just all of a sudden made him that way without knowing his history. He was the people, the women he was, everybody, the relationships that he had. It never came up. But this is the problem. The problem is, and I'll go grab the book if you need it. There was this one issue. Before Bobby became Omega level, Bobby was shooting ice sleds, you know, maybe ice darts, snowballs, covered himself in a protective layer of, you know, ice. Right?
Yeah.
Well, White Queen took him over his body and his mind.
Didn't know that.
And during that time period, she decided, what have you been doing?
Wow.
You're a clown. You haven't tapped in anything. She said that. You've been making snowballs. You have so much potential in you. She tormented that dude. She she unlocked his abilities. She taunted him saying, this is what you could have been doing. Left him broken. You telling me she was in every ounce of his being. She was a villain at the time. White Queen is not a villain right now. She's part of the squad.
Right.
But at the time, she was helping give X-Men the business.
Yeah.
You're telling me she broke you, was clowning you. She is a telepath. That she didn't see that you were hiding the fact that you were living a different life.
Right.
And not choose to out you in front of everybody. Because this was one of your secrets you were hiding.
Exactly.
She did all that, but that. No. No, and that's the thing. You don't know the history because that is a huge plot hole in what you're trying to do. And they had it out. They could have easily said the young Bobby, that was him. This was a different Bobby. But no, they pushed it, and I think they ruined that character because they didn't know his history. And on that note, I'm going to go grab the book for you real quick, and I'm going to be right back.
Oh, man, you can tell he's deep in his concept. I love it. That is Doc, people.
That's Doc, people. Yeah, man. I'm loving it, man.
Yeah, this is a cool vibe, man.
I just like looking at this. I just like looking at this ambiance. Just like looking at the whole.
I'm glad we was able to make this happen.
Yeah. Looking at the walls and everything.
I ain't gonna lie, I was tired. I told my man, I came from my man's house. I said, let me just rest my eyes for a little bit.
He came by the crib.
You were texting the group chat till like almost 1 o'clock.
Because I was at work.
He was at work.
That's why I be up at night. I be at work.
And then you started texting maybe like 6 something this morning.
Yeah, because I went straight
the
from
cover
there.
alone.
Let me see what he got.
The cover alone shows you what she was doing to him.
Goodness.
This man was broken.
Yeah.
Wow. Who's in the background?
Yeah.
You wouldn't go out on him. That was off limits. Everything you did was fine, but that was off limits.
Yeah. That was that was off limits.
Nah. And then that instance, that was hurtful because I grew up watching Amazing Spider Friends.
Yeah.
He was in that.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah, he was like surfing on.
That's what I'm saying.
Ice.
It was him. It was Spider-Man, Firestar, and him. And I've been watching this guy. I've been reading about him since I was like 10, 11.
Yeah.
It's a different person. That's what I'm saying to you. I'm not saying you can't do that. What I'm saying to you is that how many decades of time have I put into this character? I don't even know him.
Create a character.
Create a character.
Create a character with a
Right.
storyline.
No, stop being lazy.
And go
Make
back and do the
a
research.
new character that's interesting. Wolverine's son, the Ken.
Yeah.
It's built into his character. He uses pheromones on anybody he needs to. He's an assassin. And that's that dude. That's his character. Dude, doing stuff like this, that's disrespectful, I think, to the fans of those characters.
No.
And this is somebody you feel like is family.
Well, we had this conversation
No, I agree.
where we talked about like the purists, and stuff like that, and that was one of the things that like I said, if you feel like as passionate as you are about it, as knowledgeable as you are about the character, I can understand. But there was other characters that we were like,
yeah.
They had multiple of those characters, so it could have went that way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because like it was like we talk about the whole the hero fatigue and stuff like
with
that.
the movies and stuff like that.
yeah.
So but you kind of giving me another thing to chew on for what he was saying. Like he was like, you know, some guys, some people just purists and they want that character to be that character.
Yeah.
And you showing me that.
And that's the thing. I realized people were gonna grow.
Yeah.
And people can change and things can happen.
Yeah.
But at least if they do the research,
Right.
they know how to implement that.
Exactly.
If you blind to it, you
don't care.
Or you don't care, you're just gonna flip it the way.
Yeah.
There was it was like maybe I want to say it was 3-4 years ago. I want to say it was around the time of the pandemic or whatever, or maybe. But there was a artist that he got a lot of backlash for making like Thor real hip hoppy and stuff.
Oh, that just happened.
Miles Morales.
That was Miles Morales thing.
Yeah.
So
he made Miles Morales.
So it was called What If.
What If? And
There was
Miles
5
Morales
books.
was Thor.
The first one was What If he was the first one was What If he was Captain America. The second one was What If he was the Wolverine. The third one was Hulk. And then they came to Thor. I'm feeling you because I have been recommending these books to them, and I finally got the Thor one. I was like, let me see what this is about. I read that book and said, "Oh my God, who wrote this?"
Yeah, it made me like it made me angry.
It did, and that was the thing. I'm like, this is a caricature. This is a mockery.
That's
like
caricature.
You just literally
stereotype
type everything. He literally was like, he said his hammer time. Oh my God! Did he not just do
he
this?
Said his hammer time with the hammer, bro. Do you understand?
So it's equivalent to like what they did in Transformers. That was the second Transformers movie.
Oh, with those two.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, that was the last Transformers movie I watched.
Honestly, myself as
well. Dude had graffiti on
there. Yeah.
Like graffiti, like somebody tagged on it. Yeah.
And so
like it was
I literally looked at this and said, I've been recommending these books. I think that was the only one of the series that did that. But then I've never done this before. I'm like,
and he got a lot of backlash.
He did. I'm like, as he should have.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it can't just be me. I've never done this before, but I Googled, was there any outcry and it was, which made me say this was crazy.
But my thing is, I was mad at the fact that like it didn't.
It passed editing.
It had to
somebody's
desk. You knew what you were doing.
You tell
me somebody's desk first.
You're telling me there's nobody in that organization to be like, look, I don't think you should.
And that was number one. And number two, it goes back to what you were saying is clearly he didn't do any
research. On anything.
On
and
anything.
That says who's writing these things.
Yeah.
So that made me start looking at, okay, who's the author of this? Because did you just say somebody like, oh, I got a couple of friends who's black. I think they would act like, but this was from the stuff he was saying was from like it was crazy.
Yeah, he was saying slang terms from like the late early 90s.
It was
like,
bad.
It was just, oh my
It was
goodness.
bad.
It was horrible.
It was. Did you hear about the X-Men book that they had? It was an X-Men Gold, where this guy, he put all this anti-Semitic stuff. It was horrible. I had it graded, but if you looked it up, he did all these little things that weren't necessarily little. If you looked at it, like he did this whole splash where Kitty Pryde, who was Jewish, was standing. So it was 2 pages, but then he had Jewel Ulrich Storm. He had a verse from the Quran on Colossus's jersey when they were playing baseball. He had all of these little. He got fired.
Yeah,
obviously.
Of course.
But he did all of these things in this book.
That's crazy. That's where you gotta have some inclusiveness.
How you guys doing?
And have people like talk about those things. They're like, all right, is this gonna be? I mean, appropriate. You know, or have somebody at least from that culture to explain.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
I mean, you should. I mean, I know there has to be some people.
That could have been like, hey, you know,
no,
it's not good. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
This is not a good idea.
Right. Yeah.
And so once again, I look at the guy who did the X-Men book of, you know, with all the anti-Semitism in it, and then I look at this guy and say, did you do this on purpose? Because I didn't hear anything about this from the other one. Like, were you trying to do this?
It's on purpose.
Now,
it's just a prime example of like again, once again, like you said, not doing your research.
Yeah.
A perfect example of doing your research is this X-Men 97 show that we have now.
Oh man.
We couldn't have this amazing show without research.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
He treats these characters like he knows them firsthand.
Right. Like he grew up with them.
Right.
You know?
And that's how it should be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you to see the outpour of love that this show is getting, I'm eating that all up. I got my daughter into it. I'm like, you want to watch this with me? And that's why I'm behind because I'm waiting on her because now she likes it.
I'm trying to do the same thing with my wife.
My wife helped me back a week too.
Shay, if you're listening, hey,
we gotta get with it.
I got some more people to vouch. You need to watch X-Men 97.
Now, look, I got a 17-year-old who's all in on it. Like they've gotten, you know, a little bit of the stuff from me, but she had no history of it. I asked her, I'm like, you think you want to watch the original ones to catch up? She's like, well, let's just try it.
Right.
She loves it. Just watching it.
That's fantastic.
See, I try to sell my wife on the fact that it's a superhero soap opera.
Right. Absolutely.
I try to sell it on the idea, on that fact. So. And her eyes kind of went up like, oh, is it?
That's how we did. Come on.
See what it's about.
I'm gonna tell you what you gotta do. Get some wine bottles. Some little cheese and stuff like that.
Charcuterie board.
Come on, baby. Let's go sit down and let's watch this.
Once again, Chappelle reference. Be Rick James.
Come on. Yeah, man. But yeah, we appreciate you.
We definitely.
No.
The hospitality, the space, all of the above.
Everything.
Look, this has been awesome. Like, I love the fact when he told me that he was like kind of
inconspicuous.
It was very vague.
I'm gonna tell you how it came to be for us. We were just recording a regular episode.
Yeah.
Big Mike.
And what's going on?
All right, Big Mike.
Our resident martial arts specialist, Sensei Mike, right here. Now, I don't mean to cut you off. But here's the beauty about Mike. Mike, he took me back to the old Masters day where you like had the martial arts masters walking around on a cane, and then because he would roll up in here with a cane some days, and I'm just like, Mike, he's like, I just need it, you know, it's been a long week, I need it, but then when it comes to it, he showed you those skills, and then right is over, he back on that can.
It's like it's a lot of that in comic book folklore and everything.
This is him.
I got osteoporosis in both hips.
That's what I'm saying.
So I treat it like a video game. I got a power meter.
Right.
I hear you. It's time to use it when it's up.
When it's up,
It's
that's
up.
it.
It's on it. Make no mistake.
Right.
Believe me, I feel you. Sometimes I have to roll out the bed.
Right, exactly.
But yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was saying before we get out of here, I got one more question to ask you. But before I do that, any social media, anybody, where can folks reach you?
You know what? I hate social media. It's funny.
He does. Doc hates social media.
I only have it because of the store. Like, I used to tell people, like, social media is the devil because I saw so many bad things.
Yeah, I don't have my Twitter account, my personal Twitter.
Yeah.
I haven't used it in a while.
Yeah. And so,
if it wasn't for, because we have a Hip Hop Marvels podcast Instagram. I do have a personal Instagram, but I barely use that. I use this one more.
So it's like,
I get what you're saying.
I will say, like, J-Pool, probably one of the few things that, obviously, I'm going to be following y'all now.
Right.
But I have to have something like that exposure to make me say, but I'm not that person sitting on that. Now, from a standpoint of communicating with people, like that Facebook page, that Instagram page, that's how, I interact with folks. It is a good, source. So
like once you're in the circle, you're
exactly. You're in the circle. That's what
I can't believe you for that.
In the circle of truth, man.
So I do my weekly posts. If something cool comes out, something happens, I put it up there. Like today, I took a ton of wonderful pictures with families and the kids.
Right. And we definitely gonna
y'all
get some,
gonna be in the picture.
Yeah, we definitely gonna get some before we get
That's
out of
gonna
here.
be a post. But then other than that, like I said, I try to put it away.
Right. So what is it? Act Doc's basement.
I think that's the thing. I don't even know it.
Okay,
all right. Jay got you.
Take out the vowels. That's the easiest part you can do. Doc's Basement. It's on Instagram. It's the same thing on Facebook. Follow him.
It's so funny too because phone numbers, like I don't even know the number to the store because I never. I know one phone number. My wife's. That's it.
Yeah,
that's it. Everything else, I'm like people. I'm allowed to leave a message. I'm like, we got cards. Let me look at the card. Our phone number is XYZ, and I know my number. Other than that, I
had a brain freeze. I went to the bank, and they were like, "What's your phone number?" And I was like,
"Right."
Yeah, no, it's because everything is so readily available.
Yeah. You don't have to learn it. You don't have to think, which is crazy.
Remember when we were kids, though?
Yeah, you had to know everything. You knew.
You had a whole Rolodex.
Exactly. You had the numbers,
Same phone number.
addresses.
2010. She had the same phone number in my entire life. My whole life.
Yeah, yes.
To an adult from 1986.
That's crazy.
2010. 215-732-8770. I'll never forget that phone.
That's right.
Yeah, that's great.
It is wild.
But yeah, he already hooked you up with the contact. So before we get out of here, I ask a lot of people this. Since you said we know what type of hip hop he likes.
Yeah.
So he should be able to answer this question.
Doc is for the golden age.
Because
He is of the golden age.
Because if he knows those groups and hip hop artists, he definitely knows the 4 elements of hip hop, correct? DJing, b-boying, MCing, and graffiti.
You said what was the last one?
Graffiti.
Oh yeah. Okay, gotcha.
So my question to you is, knowing those 4 elements, there's 4 elements in hip hop. There's 6 infinity gems. If you could add 2 more gems to hip hop's infinity gauntlet, what would they be?
Why are you doing this? You don't even give me a chance to think about this stuff.
Do you see our logo?
I seen this.
So you see our logo. So we have to ask that question because we already have 4. You know what I mean?
Okay, what's the 4 that you? So you got your 4. You got graffiti. You got DJing,
MCing, graffiti, breakdancing. So that's 4. What other 2? And it could be any 2. We've had an array of answers on the show.
Anything from
I got
integrity
one.
to consistency.
I got one.
All right.
Okay.
And I was gonna say this during the time period when I was listening like my rappers, and he said in his rap, the voice.
Oh, cool. Nice one.
Yeah.
Guru.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So many rappers
That monotone.
that.
Yeah.
But there's certain people you can pick out.
Yeah.
It's the voice. That's one.
Nobody sound like me.
That's what I'm saying. None.
Right.
And so
And we had many talks about that too. Distinct voices.
Yeah.
Like their lyrics may not even be all of that.
Right.
But
Right.
But the fact that the
The
voice can
voice.
carry them.
Like if you look at
Lord have mercy and
What we just listened to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Flip Mode Squad. Yep.
yeah.
Not Q-Tip. Why am I drawing a blank? I love this dude. Not Q-Tip.
Q-Tip has it.
Fife Dog.
Yeah, Fife. We were just
Q-Tip.
talking about
Fife had it was the better lyricist. Q-Tip is, and I love Q-Tip. But Q-Tip has the voice.
Yeah.
He had the voice.
Exactly.
And so the voice, I think the voice helps out a lot.
Yeah.
And then
Busta Rhymes.
I was about to say style.
Styles P.
So style and voice. Those
Style and voice. Being able to switch your style and switch up Busta. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And he can do it well. Busta can like rap so fast. He can bring it down to
he can chop it up.
He can chop it up. He can change tempo.
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
Do I have to go back to that classic Scenario?
Oh man.
Scenario.
Who could roar on a track and it be the hottest thing?
Yeah.
He started like and when they did the remix, he was like, listen everybody out. He's like, there's one, how did he say it? One is a spiritual seven. He was like, there's 7 MCs. One is in spiritual form, one is in essence. Like, I'm like, okay, who was the one in essence? Oh, it was you.
Yeah.
You was that dude
was that
because
guy.
he set it off. He was the last one, and you had all those people, all those distinct folks, but then Busta came in and blew that joint up. When you think about Scenario, you think about Busta.
Those two, voice and style.
DMX.
That's the first time
When
we've
he
had
came in
another
on
one.
LL's track, what was it? 4 3 2 1. When he came in on that, you sitting there. I was sitting there. You just gave me a chill. He was sitting there.
But that's what stuck with you. His voice.
It did.
It blew my mind.
It was his voice and
I
how
said,
he
who is this?
I did. I was like, who is this person? I'd have to go find him.
Yeah.
That to me was the beginning.
Yeah.
I was just like, and I listened to it over and over and over. I'm like, I have to learn his line because and that was including Meth. Meth, he has that voice.
Man.
You talking about somebody that made me want to step away from Meth to listen to this dude?
Yeah.
Stay out the dark.
Yeah, exactly.
If I see you down, you're running, clown.
But voice and
style.
Voice and
Like
style.
I'd have to add those.
That's
That's right off the.
Yeah,
Like
that's
that's
very
just
valid.
me just shooting off the hip.
No, that's
y'all
very
didn't give me a chance to like really think about it.
That's great answers. Great answers. But that's what it's designed to,
And it's organic and pure.
Yeah.
The longer you think about it, the more you change. What you got.
That's true.
It's really no wrong answer.
Right.
Yeah.
And I would have to say, even thinking about it, I've always said voice because I think about it when I'm listening to people.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
right now, I'm like, man, this voice, like this is Sadat X, like from the Fat Lip from the Far Side, like there's so many people. I was just listening to passing by and run. I was like running and listening to running, like that was getting me like going.
Oh my
Imani, what was Booty Brown? Booty Brown's voice was so like high, like all of those different things, like
Far Side, yeah.
Dude, like y'all making me go. I can do this all day. Like Cap.
Now they got a day in Oakland, right?
Oh, they do?
Yeah, they got a Far Side Day in Oakland.
Seriously,
Yes.
as they should, man. Those dudes.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate you.
No, I
man.
appreciate
We
you guys.
definitely appreciate you.
Hey, man.
We definitely coming back.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
please
gotta
do.
this
We
again.
definitely
We can do this again.
We think about Halloween.
That'll work.
We
That'll
definitely
work.
Or if you got anything in between, or whatever, you know.
No, I think the next event is gonna be because, like I said, I love that. Hey, Jen, what's up? Another. Jen will give me like crap about me not being there for. I missed that little one's delivery. Oh. This one not Chan. Not Chan. Okay. Not Cole. I got Chan, not Cole.
Okay.
So yeah, she'll remind me I was indisposed at the time, but I was indisposed because my kid was coming into the world.
Okay.
So at the time, so that's what it was.
You had to pick.
I did, and I was actually on call that day, which was crazy. No, I was coming off call. That was the crazy part. I'm like, are you kidding me? I got to go back in. Both of my kids were born around my call date, which was crazy. The second one was when I was going on to call. And my wife's like, are you kidding me? I'm like, look, I'm at the hospital already. We're fine. Like, it's going to be all right. I'm sorry, I digress.
Just get here.
But yeah, like I said, once again, we appreciate, you letting us come through. The hospitality. Like I said, next event, we're there. Whenever that is, we're there. I'm definitely gonna keep a rapport with you.
Oh yeah,
as you should. I expect this now.
I know I am. I know Jig.
That's done.
I shoot out the Concord every now and then, so I'll definitely come back.
Absolutely.
And then if you get some more Macross.
Oh yeah. As soon as I get stuff in, like I just gotta identify it, and then I get it.
I'm just gonna say if you can get the aircraft carrier.
Oh,
that on one? Yeah,
we went deep for
that. And I got a unique story about that because my sister got it for me for my for Christmas. My older sister, and like she was like mom, sister. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A few years older than me.
Yeah.
And she got it from me for one of my Christmas gifts, and I was like, I saw this big package under the tree, and I was like, ooh. I was wondering what, and when I opened it. It was
that was it.
Yeah, that was it. That was my favorite sister. I ain't say that. I got two other sisters.
It's on camera. Gotta watch it.
But she became like, she had always a special place for that one.
Yes.
But yeah, man, like I said, appreciate the hospitality. We were gonna we had wanted to just interview some of your workers real quick, just to see what their experience was like, if they would like to, but if not, it's cool. Okay. We just wanted a different perspective.
I'm sure, especially since y'all called out Em, she actually said, she was like, oh, I want to come check out, and she always show us stuff that Jay is doing.
I usually see her name on my receipt. I usually see
exactly.
Okay.
Oh, that's what it, okay.
I'll call them out real quick, so,
just to get an interview. Absolutely. What the experience is like here,
Be right back.
All right.
A turtle.
Yeah, just to get another perspective. And
noodles.
That's what's up.
Yeah, man. Came out great.
Yeah. We ain't really. Man. That's pretty cool. I might have to pick up a couple.
No, it's all good. Hip Hop Marvelites. We didn't get to talk about the Drake thing, the Drake and Kendrick Lamar, but we got an episode coming.
Yes.
I'm getting ready to say we should do what Terry said.
What's that?
Going on up. Do it like a.
Oh, we're gonna have a group. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have
do a massive group.
We're gonna do a massive group chat with the whole squad and get everybody's thoughts and get everybody's thoughts in on it. Yeah. So that'll be dope.
Emma.
Hello, Emma. Hey, what's up, Emma?
What's going on, Emma? We just wanted to just ask you a few questions about working here. How long you been working here, and how is it, as an employee and working with Doc?
Oh, it's great. I've been working here for. Do I need to sit closer?
No, yeah.
We just want to move it out of the way.
Sorry, I'm little. I'm
return.
There
you go. There you go.
Okay, that'll work. See, I've been working here to be 3 years this coming October.
Okay.
It's been great. Doc's super chill, awesome dude. He's kind of gotten me more into comics than I was before I started working here.
Okay.
Kind of, gone into different, I didn't even know there were this is gonna sound so stupid. More than like Marvel and DC, I knew there were some other like comic like.
That's not. I mean,
most people don't.
Most people don't even know the big two. So,
yeah. So, but I knew there were some others, but I thought they were more like kind of graphic novels, like in a big group kind of thing.
Yeah.
But then I learned like, oh, there's Boom, there's Image, all these other ones.
Exactly.
That have some great characters. I can't remember who does Spawn, but
Image.
Tom
McFarlane. Image. Yeah.
There was like so many. I was like, how many different iterations out there? Because there's like 3 or 4 different titles for Spawn, and then I'm a Stranger Things fan, so seeing that down there, I was like,
love
hey.
Stranger Things. I love Stranger Things.
Oh, it's very good. It was between this and my Chrissy outfit today. We went with Gwen. Though.
Yeah, Gwen. And it's really
spot on. It's comic accurate.
Yeah, it's comic accurate, and it's crazy because her name is Emma too.
Emma Watson.
No, Emma Stone played Gwen Stacy.
Oh yeah.
Stone did play Gwen
Love
Stacy.
Emma Stone.
So have you developed a favorite character?
Yeah. Well, before you answer that, DC or Marvel?
Oh, man, it's like trying to choose between your animals who you love.
Right.
I would say maybe DC because that's kind of what I got into. Batgirl was kind of my first character I dressed up as for Heroes Con when I was like 12 or 13. And then, but my first like comic that I got was The Mighty Thor with Jane.
Okay. Oh, Jane Foster Thor. Okay.
Yeah, that one was the first one, and that one I absolutely loved, and that kind of got me more and more into comics. And that whole realm.
Okay.
But DC has a special place, so I might have to go with DC. And the whole Bat family.
Okay.
Okay.
And that's mostly like with folks that gravitate towards DC, they mostly fall in love with the Bat portion of it. You barely hear, especially nowadays, because it's just, that portion of DC, that universe,
that's what takes over.
It's so significant and so complex and beautiful at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, yeah.
So
Bruce running his own foster home out of his house.
Right.
Question I have for you: do you have, or could you name 5 Marvel characters that you are interested in or you like?
So I'm a big, like I said, Thor, but also a big Loki fan.
Okay.
Okay.
This coat is used for dual purposes.
Okay. Got you.
Got the green, color. Who else? Let's see. Obviously, like Gwen, Spider-Gwen, any iteration of her is great.
Okay. Of course.
I love Gambit. His power is just so cool.
Yeah. Gambit is a unique character.
Love his power. Obviously, I'm a little, interested in Emma Frost just because we have the same name. Her power is also cool.
Hey, she's
a dope character.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Remember seeing?
She's powerful. I'll tell you that.
Seeing the First Class movie where she like turned into glass. I was like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Like what? Or crystal? What?
Diamonds.
Yeah, I was like, that's really cool.
Yeah.
And 5. Let's see, what's number 5? There's way too many for me to pick.
You like? How about a villain?
A villain?
Mm-hmm. Well, you did mention Loki, so
yeah.
You got
technically,
anti-hero.
Yeah.
Well, I know the movies have kind of made him into an anti-hero, but I like Venom. That's he's a
nice one.
Tense character, especially as a villain.
Most definitely. You mentioned you use your coat for dual purposes.
Yeah.
Loki and Emma Frost. Now that I see, how long have you been? Because it sounds like you have a wide array of different costumes. Mm-hmm. How long have you been like cosplaying and stuff like that?
I guess probably since 2016 or 17. It's when I went to my first like Heroes Con convention in Charlotte. Me and my dad.
One of the big ones, yeah.
I've lived in the Gaston County, Charlotte area my entire life,
right.
But you can ask Doc, I was very much a scaredy cat as a child. So anything like that would dress up like anything, whether it's like mascots with like the hoods or just regular dress. Terrified, didn't like it. And it took some convincing for my father to go to Heroes Con because I was convinced there would be people dressed up like zombies.
Okay.
I don't know why. I had a thing with it. Now I love zombies in the Walk. Oh my gosh. The Walking Dead. It was so good.
Right.
But we went and I dressed up as Batgirl for the first time. So that was kind of like the beginning of like cosplay.
Okay, so that was the very first costume that kind of got you and got the ball rolling.
And it was the like New 52 that girl with like the yellow like
The
combat
yellow,
boots
yeah,
and the purple.
yep. I know exactly which one you're talking about.
Love that. I remember sitting on eBay for like hours, like I want these yellow Doc Martin boots, and we were like, those things are so expensive. Nope. We're like, we'll just paint a pair from like Walmart, you'll be good.
Yeah.
But it worked.
Right.
Okay.
Any particular favorite superhero movie that you like or that you watch frequent?
There are a good few. I watch like the Avengers ones a lot. I actually watched Age of Ultron 2 or 3 days ago with my dad.
I recently saw, and it's
night.
crazy. It's crazy you said that because I recently saw that one too the other day, and I was just, it's kind of weird and kind of like, I don't know. It's like every time you watch a movie, you catch something
that you didn't see the
last time. Yeah, and it doesn't really matter how many times you watch it. It's like, oh, I didn't see that. So yeah, I saw Age of Ultron the other day.
That was definitely mine. And watching the scene where like Wanda mind warps all of them.
Yeah.
That was like, and seeing Thor's and all that, and I'm like, oh, I missed that. Wait a minute, so.
And then see, I noticed the other subtle things too, like the accent change stuff too. Because she had
stronger than others.
Because she had a heavy accent in Age of Ultron, and then like
very much so.
And then in the latter Avengers movies, it's just like, where's the accent? Like,
It's regular.
It's regular, yeah.
So funny you said that because my dad said the same thing. He was like, so what happened to her accent? And
Right.
my brain, I was like, maybe because she had to lay low or something during like after Ultron, she was being a spy. I was trying to rationalize it as best I could.
Right.
But I love they poke fun at that too in WandaVision.
Yeah.
What happened to yours? Like I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. So, but so where can folks find you on social media? If they want to, see some of your cosplay or like,
I do have an Instagram. It's I forgot what my Instagram handle is because I changed it to something Taylor Swift related. I think it was
nice.
Old Tay-Tay.
Tay-Tay.
Yes, I like her a lot.
What you think about the rumor that like there's rumors of her like playing Dazzler?
I think she'd be a cool Dazzler. She definitely has the ability to do so, and she's friend with Ryan Reynolds and Blake and everybody. That'd be cool to see. That'd be fun. But I think one of her other friends who's closer to my age, Sabrina Carpenter, who's also a singer, I think she'd be a good Dazzler too.
Okay, good call.
Yeah, and evidently they all met each other at one of the football games in New York when they were playing.
In the Super Bowl?
Yeah, no. I can't remember if they were playing. I think they played the Jets.
The Jets?
Yeah. No, wait. Who did they play? I don't remember who they played. That's been a couple months ago.
Yeah.
The Giants?
Was it the Giants?
The Giants and Jets, they share the same stadium.
Yeah, maybe it was the Giants.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's my team. Woo, woo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But so okay, yeah. So we appreciate you coming by
Thank you, Emma.
And talking to us. We just wanted to get another perspective on folks that work here. We were just telling Doc we love this place.
Yeah.
We feel right at home, So we appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you guys.
Emma, it was a pleasure.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
Okay.
So we keep it moving.
Haley's like right here.
Come on, Kaylee. Kaylee's like,
Don't be nervous.
Here's the problem. She if I get a picture, if I have to take a picture of something, like half the time, like Emma's
She
like,
hides.
fuck. She's like, no. She'll
I
put
don't
it up
like
in front
it.
of her. She just,
I don't like it.
What's going on, Hailey? We see you up here working all most of the day.
I know Doc left me hanging.
How is it working here at Doc's?
It's really awesome. I mean, we're really like obviously
close,
very knit together. Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what he was explaining when we were, you guys, because like we were talking about the last episode of X-Men 97, how the theme was family.
Right.
And I said the theme here in Doc's is family.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And, the theme even with our podcast is family. And one of the quotes that Nightcrawler has said on the show, I don't know if you've seen it or not, spoiler alert, whatever, but he said, blood is blood, but family is a choice.
Absolutely.
And I totally believe that because you can have family that's blood, but they necessarily don't act like family.
100%, absolutely.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes,
But then you can
100%.
have friends that are I consider these two my brothers, and
Right.
we don't have the same mother. So my brother from a different mother, right? So I get that vibe here. So that's why I was, I kind of wanted to know how, his workers felt.
Yes,
stuff like
yes.
that, yeah.
It's always felt like that. Like I've been here for a while now. And he's made it. It is like our little home,
Right.
like 100%. I think we're just like a little family. We get along.
Right.
We bicker.
Right.
Yeah.
Like any family does.
Yes,
right?
100%.
Like
All
any
the
family
time.
does.
Oh, I could imagine. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I could.
Especially, we all have three different brains.
Yes, 100%.
When we talk about certain topics, sometimes they're in sync, sometimes they're not.
Yes, most definitely.
But at the end of the day, we remain brothers. You know what I'm saying? So that's all that matters. So you were here from the beginning?
Not from the beginning. I want to say he was here for like 2 or 3 years before I even found out that the store existed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I was like looking for a job at like a bookstore vibe place, and I found Doc's, and I finally interviewed and everything, and I was like not into comics at all.
Okay.
What?
How was that?
It was weird. Like,
so you worked like your first I guess let's say like the first few months you worked and you weren't into comics at all?
Yeah. I mean, people would come in like talking about even like movie shows, and I'm like
shrugging your shoulders.
Yeah.
So where are you at today with it?
I'm like, it's like the complete opposite. Like I've been converted. Like I'm
Right.
for sure. Yeah.
I'm sure
it was really hard to
surrounded
not.
by
Yeah.
by it, so you can get curious. I'm sure you get curious.
So who's your top 5 Marvels?
My top 5 Marvels. Oh.
Heroes or villains?
I'll say Loki.
Okay.
Top, like probably number 1. Scarlet Witch.
Okay.
Golden.
Yes.
Doctor Strange.
I see a theme here.
Yeah. No, there is a theme. I didn't even put those together.
Yeah.
I do love Thor.
Okay.
And then like Iron Man.
Oh,
and
yes.
I have to throw some Spider-Man in there.
Okay.
Because he's like,
Yeah, everybody
I think
loves
those are probably,
Spider-Man.
Right,
you have
yeah.
to get a little.
Yeah, I know.
Spidey in there.
I noticed you had a lot of the, magic.
Yeah.
Magic,
I eat that up.
Yeah.
I do.
But no, those stories, it's crazy because just like how you said you weren't into comic books when you first started working here. Now don't get me wrong, I've always been into comic books, like young. But there are certain characters I never like really paid attention to.
Yeah.
And I will say nowadays, now that I'm an adult, like the characters you mentioned, those are like some of the, like my list changes, and those are some of the ones at the top now because I guess the other mediums that are out there. You got shows like WandaVision, you got Loki, season 1 and 2. 2 was just amazing.
I agree.
You
It's
know
one of
what I
my
mean?
favorites. Yeah.
So you got those different mediums out there, and they kind of like changed my mind. The Doctor Strange movies, stuff like that.
Yeah.
It just kind of totally turned my interest around.
Right.
As opposed to when I was a kid, I'm just like Doctor Strange. I would throw the comic like that. Give me. I want people that fight. No, give me the Iron Man.
Right.
Give me Luke Cage. Give me. I want to see fighting.
That's a
Magic.
big switch.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's totally different now, and the fact that with the MCU, how they're like they planted themselves in like a core part of it. It's kind of hard to like. Not acknowledge them. You know what I mean?
For sure.
So, but yeah, those are some good characters. Though.
They're pretty dope.
Yeah, I love how I feel like Loki is so versatile. Like you have the mischief god, which he is. And then he's got just seeing.
I think his show.
He's so heartfelt. Oh my god, that got me.
Yeah,
I love him.
I think his show. Kind of since we seen him in the first Avengers. I think that was his first MCU appearance, right? Yeah. First MCU appearance, right?
Correct.
Avengers,
He's grown into so much more than just that villain.
Exactly.
Yeah, 100%.
And especially through the show, you develop
grown to love him.
You develop more
yeah.
empathy for him. You
Right.
know?
That was I always liked him anyway, just
Yeah,
because he's
exactly.
so
That's the point I was trying to make.
And then it really exactly. And then it gave him a whole different like
feel to him. And
That's
we talk
exactly
about
the
this
point I
all
was
the
trying to
time through our show. We talk about how like these villains like Thanos and like Magneto, like it humanizes them and it gives them a different perspective. You get a whole character, a full character of because as humans we have different aspects of our lives and what we are and like what you may be today may not necessarily be what you're tomorrow.
Right.
And that's what I see with Loki too. He like you know, he sacrificed himself for his brother Thor.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
many times.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
To the universe.
He just wants to be accepted.
Exactly.
You know, that's it. He just wants to
spent
be.
so long trying to like form that and have that relation and that family, and then
And then,
you know.
and then to add to the fact, you're like the adopted brother. You know what I'm saying?
And
So-
Boris
so-
is handsome,
Yeah.
you know, macho
Like
guy.
giant.
Yeah. So
yeah, exactly. So-
kind of foreshadowed behind him.
Exactly. So, what are you? Or speaking of like MCU and movies and TV shows, what are you currently watching now as far as like Marvel goes?
Well, I haven't watched the new series.
The new X-Men. Okay.
I have not yet.
Gotta get.
I know. I feel like I'm not disappointed.
You enjoy some great stuff.
I have heard it's fantastic.
It
I've
is
heard nothing
great.
but good things
Yeah.
about it.
Great.
So I've been meaning to. I've not been watching anything, honestly. I play like I play Stardew Valley. I don't know if you know what that is. That's what I've been doing. It's like a little
I'm not too sure.
like a
You know what it
farming
is?
type game.
It's like a what?
It's like a farming type game.
I think
That's
I know
all
you
of-
see.
Like on
yeah.
the phone or whatever?
No, I play it on PC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's all I've been doing. So I haven't been watching anything, but I'm planning to get back.
It's kind of like the Age of Empires of farming, right?
I don't know what Age of Empires is, to be honest with you.
Oh man,
I know.
Age, I don't know.
I know what you're talking about. That's what I thought it was.
Yeah,
it's like one of those phone games, right?
Well, the Age of Empires is
Well, they
actually a
have
PC
it.
game too.
Yeah, they have it.
That's why I first played it on PC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's like you start off here and then you kind of build and then you cut trees down and stuff. You build on it. Yeah.
Yes.
She ain't
That's
watching it because she's up playing Fortnite.
I haven't played Fortnite.
She left that part out.
I did. Well, I've been playing Stardew more, but no. I dabble for sure.
Okay, that's what's up. Okay, that's what's up. Where can people reach you? And then on top of that, give us I would say, because I had like 2 more questions lined up, but I'll shorten it. I'll say this. Give us your social media where they where folks can reach you.
Mhm.
And then I'll hit you with the last question after that.
Gotcha. I have Twitter and Instagram. My handle's just my name, Hailey Fulmer _. HAYLEY.
Okay.
That's how you spell it the right way.
Hit him, Callie. Haley.
Yeah. That's pretty much all I use. So
Okay.
Instagram.
All right. So, well, any you guys had anything left?
No, sir.
What's your question?
Okay. So, I meant to ask because I know Emma says she cosplays. Do you do cosplaying on the side?
I do
or
not.
anything? You
No.
don't?
No.
That's
I'm like really shy, reserved. You know, like I don't
Okay,
think
so
I
yeah.
would love to do that, but I don't think I have it in me.
Right.
You know?
Extrovert.
Yeah.
Introvert.
Introvert. Yeah. You almost got me. I'm like, wait. Oh my god.
Oh man, but we appreciate you, Hailey,
Yeah,
for
absolutely.
Thank you so
talking.
much.
Yeah, thank you for talking
Of
to us.
course, of
Like I
course.
said, we wanted to see, what it was like working here. We saw you up there working hard, tending to these customers. It was packed. With the place is great.
Yeah.
Like I said before, looks like Free Comic Book Day turned out great for
Absolutely.
you guys.
Yeah. Major turnout.
Right. So yeah.
Was it a little bit more like busier than normal?
Yes. Oh my God.
yeah?
Yeah. I was a few minutes late, I will say,
Right.
but I couldn't even getting in the door, like
Oh,
it was
wow.
ridiculous. The line, there was like a
Oh, it was a line already before you
Yeah,
guys, when you
yeah.
guys just got here.
Yeah, Doc said there was like a line up the stairs, like trying to come in.
Mm.
So yeah, it was very busy, very
Nice.
hectic. We had a lot going on today, so
Right.
very good for the store.
I'm spotting. Are those like the koozie type cups or whatever? Like those are like the
tumblers.
The tumblers, like.
I don't know if you can like put other cups in them.
Those are tumblers.
But
those are tumblers. Okay.
Yeah. Just
My wife loves tumblers. I'm gonna have to check some of those out.
Oh, they're awesome. Yeah.
She collects those. Like
really?
She has a whole cart.
They got that one piece over there too.
They got a one piece one.
They got the one piece.
Oh yeah, like the sets.
Yeah, the sets.
Oh,
cartoon.
wow.
You ever heard of cartoon One Piece?
Yeah.
They got like the
One
action
of our,
figures.
customers' wives. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Oh, no, you're good.
She makes those?
Yes, she does. Her name's Angel. She
Does
has
she
a
have-
page, but I don't know exactly
I was
what it
about
is.
to
I'll have
ask
to get
if-
the information from
I'll
them.
get it
Okay.
from Doc. We'll put it up on
Yeah,
the
she does. She actually made me a custom one. She does custom.
Like I said, my wife, she will probably be one of her greatest customers.
Yeah, absolutely. She's awesome. She's awesome.
Tell her that.
She does a really good job.
And I'm all for people who, like vendors, creators.
Yeah,
that-
absolutely.
I'm all for that. You know, trying to get my buddy here to get back off on his.
He's
high
an
horse.
artist.
He's an artist.
Oh,
very good one,
snap.
by the way. Yeah.
He could have had Prince here and stuff like that.
Oh, you should.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, you gotta convince him. We try to. He won't
I
listen.
would love to see some stuff.
That's the shine.
Yeah,
I gotta put him on the spot.
Yeah, it's Lionhead Circle. I think it's Lionhead Circle for the Instagram, but Lionhead Circle 777 for my TikTok.
Okay, I'll have to check it out.
Yeah.
I'll have to.
God, stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I'm about to start doing more stuff and more comics. I'm actually doing a piece for Jig over here.
Yeah,
a Deadpool piece.
Deadpool piece. He's working on.
So,
Are you the Deadpool fan?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Okay. Got you.
I'm sorry. I just get a question. Blade.
Okay.
Blade 1, Blade 2, Blade 3.
Okay.
And Blade 2 was one of the few times where I feel like a sequel was better than the first.
Correct.
Because they
Yeah,
introduced
for
the
sure.
Reapers, right?
Yeah, I always go with Blade 2.
Now, Blade 1 is awesome. It's very good.
Right.
Blade 3?
Blade 3 shouldn't have been made.
No.
I like Blade 3. Who said Blade 3?
Her dad likes Blade 3.
I like Blade 3.
You like Blade 3?
Yeah.
You never told me that.
So
Where
Ryan
he-
Reynolds
where
was
he
in Blade
fought,
3 and I still don't like it.
Yeah, that's
But I mean, I like it.
Actually, who is he playing? Hannibal?
Yeah, Hannibal.
Yeah.
He played Hannibal, where he was like essentially Deadpool is Hannibal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
Right.
That is a fact.
I'm sorry. I didn't
No,
mean
no, no, you fine.
Sorry,
You fine.
Uh-oh.
You fine, but yeah.
Well, y'all didn't like
No.
I thought 3 was cool.
It was too much CGI. It didn't work too
I didn't like Blade 3 and I didn't like Spider-Man 3.
Well, I like Blade 3 because
Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 3. No.
Oh, okay.
I like
Which one you
the
talking
vampires
about?
that
I thought you
open
were
the
talking
mouths
about
and split mouths.
Tom Holland.
Tom Holland. Oh,
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
her.
Okay.
Love her. She looked at me like, what?
No, I was like offended.
Yeah.
She gave me that look like, oh my
What do
God.
you mean?
thought she was Zendaya for a moment. Talk about Tom.
Yes.
I'm surprised you guys didn't like 3 though.
No, I'm talking about Tobey Maguire
Okay,
Spider-Man.
yeah. That's
Spider-Man 1 and 2,
golden.
chef kiss. Blade 1 and 2, like you said, Blade 1 was cool. I mean I like it.
Because it was the new. It was
Because it was new.
Yeah.
Blade 2 though. Oh my goodness.
Well, Blade 2 was crazy.
Blade 2
today.
is still good.
That's when he went to Russia, and then like the hunters, the vampire hunters. in
Well,
Blade
yeah,
2.
it's a vampire. You say he went to Russia.
Yeah, in the beginning of it, he was in Russia.
That was the end of the first one, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the end of the first
I think,
one.
yeah, I think that was the end of
Where he got that one guy, and then they went into the.
Yeah, that was the very end of the first one.
Yeah. Yeah, that was into the first one. Part 2.
I thought that was the beginning of the second one because he had the motorcycle, right? And he split the dude's helmet.
No, part 2 was in America. That was in America.
No, the beginning was in Russia, though, wasn't it?
Now you gonna make me want to go back.
I think the beginning was in Russia.
I'm about to go back and watch it. Well, thank you, Hailey,
Yeah, it was
for
nice to meet
joining
you
us.
guys.
We over
Thank
here
you for
debating.
having
She's
me.
just sitting
Yeah.
here.
No, but this is the stats.
Yeah. This is we
And,
fight.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And
Full circle.
we talk hip hop and we talk Marvel specifically. We like to think of ourselves as like a niche podcast.
Yeah.
There's
So you
plenty-
don't like venture to like indie or anything like that?
We do.
Okay.
I do.
We do more.
Yeah.
We do more indie than like other big companies.
Got you.
You
Okay.
get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But every now and again, we because sometimes we'll have guests on and we'll ask them DC or Marvel, and if they say DC,
Yeah.
we'll try to share some of that dialogue with them as well.
Right, yeah.
But mainly Marvel.
Mhm.
Like
That's
you know.
fair. That's fair. Yeah. See, I
And-
lean more towards like independent, like Image. So that's interesting.
See, that's what
well, we talk about Image as well because we view Image as, I mean, it's a spinoff. It's a spinoff of Marvel.
Yeah.
You had 5 dudes from Marvel leave and start that company.
Yeah.
Because I like Supreme.
It's off of the family tree.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
Was it Supreme? And then I loved in high school Exo Man Wars.
Okay.
That was
that's Valiant, right? Yeah.
I thought Exo Man was Image.
No, that's
Valiant.
That's Valiant.
Valiant.
Yeah, I mess with Exo Man Wars. And
Exo Man
I did
Wars.
used to mess with Supreme.
Now that's Image.
Yeah,
Supreme. Yeah, Supreme is
and the Wildcats.
That's Image. Image. Wildcats. It's like a makeshift X-Men.
Yeah.
They had a cartoon too. You remember that Saturday morning cartoon?
A little bit.
She wasn't alive.
No idea. I know the book, but
Yeah. But once again, thank you.
yeah, of course.
Thank
It
you.
was very nice to meet you guys.
All right,
Thank
you
you
too.
so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. And thank you, Hip Hop Marvelites, for rocking with us.
Yes.
Coming to you live from Doc's basement. We had a great time here.
Again,
The guys are here.
We had a great time here.
You've been doing this with me.
Oh man, it was great, man.
We appreciate you.
Yeah, I appreciate you finding these little spot out here, man. This is a nice little spot in
I'm
Belmont.
gonna keep trying. We're gonna keep branching out.
We appreciate you for setting this thing up, man.
And then shout out to Doc. Our guy Doc. Doc, he's my new kinfolk. He's my new partner.
That's right.
He's my new father.
Shout out to Doc.
Such a good guy.
Shout out to Doc. Shout out to Emma, who's Gwen Stacy.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Hailey. Both of his workers. And yeah, man, this has been real, man.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? Please listen. Please remember to listen, share, rate, subscribe everywhere you get your podcast. Across the board on all DSPs.
Yes, sir.
Don't forget to hit us up on social media. That's at Hip Hop Marvels. That's on X, Threads, and I was about to say X, Threads, and Twitter, but it's X, Threads, and Instagram.
Noodles.
Hip Hop Marvels, all one word, on Facebook. And we are on YouTube. Don't forget to hit that bell, hit that subscribe button to get notified on all new things Hip Hop Marvel. Anything y'all got to?
No, man, this has been wonderful.
Anything y'all got to share
like
before we
being
get
out
out of
of
here?
man. No, I love you guys, and leave some comments, leave some questions,
yes,
so we
definitely.
can have some stuff to talk to you guys about on the next episode.
Definitely.
Yes, indeed. We come Hip Hop Marvelites. We're coming to you with a breakdown of last night's shenanigans. And last night, I say Friday nights shenanigans. We're gonna do that. We're gonna have to do that soon though. We can't.
We don't have a choice. We can't let that sit too long.
We might have to do that tomorrow night. I might have to set that up tomorrow night or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or something. We're gonna have. We're gonna have to.
Honestly,
like
we have to sit down. We have to, because we would miss the opportunity.
Yeah, most definitely. So, that's it, man.
That's it.
Coming to you live from Doc's basement. This is Hip Hop Marvels podcast, your friendly neighborhood plug for all things hip hop and Marvel, where we got it locked from the block to the comic shop.
I'm hungry, fellas.
Peace.
Malo sreće, malo vola, prazno mjesto pored stola, više uzme no što daje.
What up, young Wizzy? You a genius, partner.
We got it locked from your block to the comic shop.